of civilians as they tried to get food. This is ABC News. Okay. There's been lots of speculation about why Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene called it quits over the weekend. ABC Chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Karl says it stemmed from the way that President Trump treated her.
Trump has viciously counterattacked her. And I think this has deeply hurt Marjorie Taylor Greene. She feels that she's done so much for Trump and she's stood by Trump on all these, all the issues over the years, even when most of the Republican Party treated him as a pariah after he left the White House the first time. So Marjorie Taylor Greene suddenly branded Marjorie Traitor Greene by Donald Trump, said she's had enough.
First Lady Melania Trump is urging people to text in which turkey they want, the one to see with President Trump when he officially pardons them this year. Your choices are gobble and waddle. The losing turkey will not be eaten. It'll be sent to a North Carolina turkey farm, but the winner will get to appear with the president. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
Organizers of a ballot measure to increase penalties for dealing and possessing fentanyl have submitted their petitions to the Secretary of State's office. District Attorney George Brockler explains what the measure would do.
If you are a distributor, a manufacturer, any kind of a seller possessed with the intent to distribute any amount of fentanyl, you are going to face something called a DF1, a drug felony 1. That is mandatory prison, 8 to 32 years.
The measure would also make it a felony to possess any amount of fentanyl, but would allow some offenders to go to court-mandated drug treatment instead of jail. The Secretary of State's office will review and verify the signatures to determine if the measure will be placed on the 2026 ballot. A teen is facing charges after a recording device was found in an all-gender restroom at Ames Community College in Greeley. 18-year-old Ashton Harrington was arrested for suspicion of invasion of privacy for sexual gratification. Formal charges are pending.
So
that's the latest.
Going, bro?
I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, Impact Traffic.
Yeah, it's still a quiet ride out here for us. We've got 270 running just a little heavy out of Commerce City, both directions. Pena, even a little bit of company coming out of the airport. It's not really in a delay mode, maybe slightly sluggish. Looks like I-25 South coming into downtown. Kind of bunched up a little bit. One off-freeway construction zone out of Lakewood Wadsworth at Morrison. Going to see some delays in there with some lane restrictions. And US 6 west of Golden, got delays there up and down Clear Creek Canyon, but I-70 does remain open for right now. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus. Dead car battery? The experts at Batteries Plus will have you in and out fast. Replacements usually take about 20 minutes. No appointment needed. Want to extend the life of your car battery too? Ask about their premier installation. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
I mean, look, your mine is not normal, but it's not that bad.
One-size-fits-all wellness plan. That's
what
what
I'm going to go over because I'm going to talk about,
that's
what we're going to talk about.
To analyze your gut biome with a simple at-home test, so you know exactly what foods and supplements are right for you, all based on real data from your own body. And you know what? That's science you can trust. Go to Viome.com now and use promo code THRIVE to save $50 on your full body intelligence test. That's Viome.com, promo code THRIVE to save $50.
From NBA champion Stephen Curry comes Shot Ready, a powerful, never-before-seen look at the mindset that changed the game.
I fell in love with the grind. You have to find joy in the work you do when no one else is around. Success is not an accident. I'm passing the ball to you. Let's go.
Steph Curry redefined basketball. Now he's rewriting what it means to succeed. Order your copy of the New York Times bestseller, Shot Ready, today at stephencurrybook.com.
You have our word preacher right at Dunright Home Improvements. DRHI.com.
What's happening?
Venezuela. There has been no authorization for the use of military force.
The day's news.
And Russia's war against Ukraine.
Final agreement. Still some work to be done. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Resigning from office.
Is on.
It's the Dan Kapla Show.
Afternoons 4 to 6.
Monday at 4. What do you think Jesus would do about illegal immigration? I'll play some wise words from the Pope about a nation's right to control its own borders, but the need to treat everybody with dignity. Join me at 4.
Okay, baby.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. If you guys are streaming, and I hope you are from time to time on YouTube, you'll see to my right Dan McKenzie from McKenzie Law. We'll talk about estate law a little, but talk about anything you want. But, you know, I do this. Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday, right? So, but sometimes I take off a few days before, sometimes not. Mark's going to be in, of course, as well. And I like talking about this time of year. What are you thankful for? And I mean that sincerely. I want calls from people. And then also, if you have problems, questions, complaints, like Rubel has an issue with a motorcycle, then we'll talk to Dan McKenzie about some estate planning things. What I do is when I get emails, I put them away if they're not urgent for when my experts are here. And I do have a few questions for him. Plus, I'm actually starting with him, and I'm going to give some real life scenarios. I've done that with everything I've done with my water systems from Paul the Waterman. I gave real life scenarios. When I do something with One Clear Choice Garage Doors, Denver Regen, when they did stuff for me, all of these people I'm thankful for it, and I give personal experiences, and that's what I do. I use each and every sponsor for real, and Dan, of course, couldn't tell you this, but I'm opening myself up. Yes, I am going to him, and we're going to talk about estate planning and things you can do. I'm so late at this, you know, because I, of course, was going to live forever, and then plans changed a little. But in any case, let's go to Rubel. Hey, Rubel, what's going on in your life? What's happening?
How you doing? Listen, I bought a slingshot.
A slingshot? Like a slingshot. Oh, the three-wheeler.
Yes.
Yeah, I like those things.
So I wanted to upgrade it in speakers and put lights on the wheels.
Yeah.
So I went to a shop, and I got speakers, lights, and
hey, by the way, did you get a new slingshot? It's a Polaris, right? The people that make the snowmobile, right?
Yes, correct.
2 wheels in the front, 1 in the back. It looks like a Batmobile, in my opinion. What color did you get?
Blue.
Oh, cool. Now, can this is only what, a 3-season vehicle, basically?
Right.
Okay. So what went wrong with the shop? And by the way, I forgot to ask, or I did ask, was this new for you? Is this a new slingshot?
Yes.
Oh,
it's not new. It's 21, but
it's new to you. It's new for you. Got it. When did you acquire it?
But less than a month.
Okay. Now, go ahead. What problem are you facing today? Is it with the shop you took it to?
No. I was driving by in Washington where I seen the shop where they sell stereos and stuff like that.
Did you
I went in and
okay.
So I went in and I was talking to the guy, and he tells me, he said, yeah, we put lights on slingshots. We do it all the time. We put speakers. I said, okay, well, as I started, I ordered the lights and the speakers, and it cost me $2,000.
Okay, so you ordered this online, or was it someone that you actually...
No, at the shop.
Okay, and where is this shop?
on 104th of Washington.
Okay, what's the name of it?
Extreme Unlimited.
Extreme Unlimited. Okay. Go ahead with your story.
So I ordered the lights and I ordered the stereo, and which cost me $2,000. And I felt like it was just,
now is 2,000 was 2,000 a deposit, or was that the whole shooting match?
No, that was just a deposit that I put down.
Okay. And so
but
where
I felt that it was too high.
So where do we stand right now, Rubel? You put $2,000 down. When did you make that deposit?
About a week ago.
Okay.
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. What's going on?
So I went back to him and I told him, I said, you know what? I decided I don't want to do this.
Oh, so you changed your mind.
Yeah, and then they wanted to because they were going to charge me another $2,000 to put them on.
Okay, but kind of, Rubel, it's kind of weird. You ordered them and then you decided you didn't want them. And I don't know if you signed anything. I don't know what the contractual arrangement was. But did they order stuff for you, Rubel, or did you just cancel before they could order it?
No, they ordered it. They only ordered 2 parts.
Okay, so what are you calling about today?
Because I bid it and I took the 2 parts that he couldn't send back, and I ended up having to keep the lights and the stereo and the.
Wait, so you did get all that stuff? Did you get all that product? Yes. Do you have it in your possession?
No, not now, because what happened is that when he didn't take it back, he wouldn't take it back. I had to get store credit. But the wheel kit and the lights was $12.99, and when I looked up the part, it was only like $400.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem. I'm going to let you guess at the problem. What is the problem? You tell me what the problem is, Rubel. You ordered this stuff and then you changed your mind because you found out he's charging too much based on your searching. The problem here is that you did your searching and your research after you already bought it. So the question the question is, and I'll ask our legal mind here as a friend, and he's here for the show, and I'll just ask him because he is an attorney in general. Dan McKenzie, by the way, McKenzie Law for Estate Planning. But on this case, it seems to me, Dan, what did the guy do wrong? I mean, he ordered the stuff, then changed his mind. I don't think the shop. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on your agreement, I guess. I didn't catch. Was there any sort of written?
Good point. Agreement? What in writing, if anything, do you have, or? So the way it stands right now, let me get this straight. The way it stands right now, the $2,000 that you paid got you the materials that you get to keep. Is that right?
Right. Correct.
But you think you were overcharged for the materials you got to keep. Even though he's willing to let you keep the materials, you're saying I paid way too much for this stuff.
Well, I bid it, because I kept it. But the wheel kit, when I got it, it didn't fit the slingshot because I took the slingshot to have the lights put on with somebody else.
Yeah.
With the company I bought the slingshot with.
Okay.
But the wheel kit didn't fit. It was for a truck, not a slingshot.
Oh, so
truck or car.
So the lights and stereo. Now you're talking about a wheel kit.
Yeah, which is the lights.
Oh, okay, light. Oh, okay.
So
the lights. So will they order you the right stuff? Where does it stand right now? Will they order you the right stuff?
He said no.
Well, why? If it's the wrong stuff, why won't they just order the right stuff? To me, hold on a second. Who do we have in today, Kachina? I have Deputy D sitting here with me. Who do you have in? Anyone, Kachina? Shannon, anyone in the studio? We got any of my deputies? If I could find out, that would be good. I'm going to just, maybe we just call over there today.
Deputy Bo?
Oh, is he in the studio? Good. I'm going to give this to Bo.
Is.
I'll give this to Bo. But, Rubel, hold on. What we have to do is just figure out, it seems to me you bought the stuff, okay? And whether or not
Correct.
you paid too much, whether you paid too much or not is not the issue right now. It's too late for that. But if
Correct.
they ordered the wrong stuff, they should order you the right stuff. So, Deputy Bo, why don't you take a stab at this and see what they have to say about it?
I'll give a call over there, Tom.
All right. Now,
let me finish explaining though before you call.
Go ahead.
So you can understand what's going on.
Go ahead.
So what happened was I decided to take the car and have everything that he gave me to be installed at where I bought the car.
Right.
So I took him back the wheel kit, and I told him, I said, look, I don't. You ordered the wrong ones. I already ordered through the shop that I bought the car with. I already ordered the wheel kit.
Right.
So I paid twice. So I told the guy, I said, look, I don't need these. These are the wrong ones. You sold me for a truck for 4 wheels, and this car is only a 3-wheeler. I says, I just want my money back on these. I said, I bit the rest of it.
No, I
but
get
I
it.
just want my money back.
And what did he say?
And,
No?
He said, no. He said, in-store credit.
Okay, so that's where we stand. You got the
I said,
right
what am I
part.
gonna
You
do?
got the
I
right
don't
part
need
from the
nothing.
installers, but now you want more than you want a refund. You don't want store credit. If he ordered the wrong stuff, I agree with you. Why don't you hold on, Deputy Bo? I agree with him. If they ordered the wrong stuff, it seems weird to me that they're trying to force him to take store credit. Gabriel wants to talk about a credit card. Johnny wants to talk about a Motel 6. Anything on your mind, give us a call. I'll take these calls right after this. Waterpros.net will give you the best water systems at the lowest prices ever. $21.95 right now. Get you a whole house water filter to get rid of those forever chemicals. Waterpros has the solution for you, whether it's whole house softening, purification, or drinking water. They have the best prices. Waterpros.net, 303-862-5554.
Thank you.
So Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $29.95 a month for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This top-tier plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you'll save over 50% every month for the rest of your life. You might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer expires 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
I tell you what, you're going to love Excel Lighting from Excel Roofing. Permanent LED structural lighting. It's hidden in your home. It blends with the architecture when you're not using them, but it comes to life. You might want to, light up for Thanksgiving. What are Thanksgiving colors? Like orange and brown and stuff. A fall festival, or for game day, or for Christmas, or for any birthday or holiday, or just accent lighting. Excel Roofing, you get an estimate online right now. Go to Excel, EXCEL, the best prices for exterior LED lighting, for permanent lighting. Excel, EXCEL, excelroofing.com.
Joe Chiano with My Money, My Way. Joe, I want you to tell everybody out there listening, what are the benefits of a guaranteed pension, and how can they move an orphan 401k or an IRA over to a guaranteed pension?
I'll be glad to do that, Mark. Right now, people are concerned about the volatility of the stock market. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, right? So people want to keep their money safe. They want to keep something steady, not volatile. So the guaranteed pension annuity that we have will offer that security. That it will offer that, level. There's no volatility at all. And
it's guaranteed money every single month till they pass once they turn on that income stream.
That is right. And besides that, they get long-term care protection as well as a death benefit. You'd be surprised how many people are concerned about their retirement accounts don't have long-term care benefits. I was just talking to one of your listeners, actually, last week, and they have an account with a brokerage firm. They have 2 IRAs, and they couldn't wait to transfer their money into the guaranteed pension account because of all the benefits, guaranteed income for life, the long-term care benefit. And
don't forget, Joe, the 17% bonus. Can you imagine that? If you have $100,000 right now and bring it over to this guaranteed pension, that's $117,000. That start growing immediately. Then when you do retire, if anything ever happens to you and you need help cooking or cleaning or showering, then the long-term care kicks in and it doubles that payment. You're going to love everything Joe and Jordan have to say, but make the call. Go to mymoneymyway.com right now. Give these guys a call. Tell them your circumstance and see how much money you can get guaranteed for the rest of your life. mymoneymyway.com.
Okay.
All righty then.
All righty.
Something. I'm going to open our mics up. So, anyway, it just gives.
That was exactly 1
Never want to give
minute.
Mark, are you in or out?
I'm here till 2.
He's out.
Or I'm sorry, noon.
Oh, okay. I'll include you then. I didn't realize it.
You never asked.
Well, I just assumed he told.
I told him I was taking the day off.
That's okay.
Smart ass.
Here's where I'm a complete moron. You guys were talking to Kelly. I didn't have her mic potted up. I look over. I'm like, why does she keep repeating the same thing? What the hell's wrong with her? Oh, my fault.
My mic didn't work either, Shannon. You're sleeping on the job.
Hey, Tom, do you want me to call Barry on that deal?
Oh, you can. I actually let me text him right now.
Or just tell him to call me real quick. I can explain the whole thing in a minute.
Okay. And it's KRDO, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to include you on this text with him. So you'll be in on the text I'm going to send him right now.
What's up, Mr. McKenzie?
Hey, Mark.
You going out of town, or are you going to stay in town for Turkey Day?
I am going to California.
Oh, you are? When do you leave?
Wednesday night.
Oh, God, you're crazy.
I tell
you're
it's the best time to
insane.
travel. They're on their toes.
Speaking of insane, coming back.
So go to blindster.com today.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show with Marc Mager, who's gracing us with his presence for a little while today. And then I imagine he's busy, and a lot of people are busy this week. I want to know what people have to be thankful for, and I really want to ask that. And I want people to tell me. Gabriel has a problem with a credit report, Johnny's next. Johnny, Motel 6, then Gabriel. What's going on with Motel 6, Johnny?
Hello, Tom. Thank you for having me. I'm just having some problems with them because we've been staying with them for 3 weeks.
Now, why are you at Motel 6 for 3 weeks?
We're homeless, and this is the closest, and best situation for my wife and our dogs and us.
Okay, and go ahead, Johnny. What's going on?
So we've been staying here for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
They've been charging us $500 a week, and there has been no hot water.
Well, that's.
They've been telling us Monday through Friday daily as we've been calling that they got the part, they're going to put it in today. We call.
What do you do? What do you do for showers and stuff? Have you not had water? Are you telling me for 3 weeks you haven't had hot water?
I probably took 2 cold showers in that time.
Are they giving you any kind of a credit or anything for that?
Nothing.
I can't believe Motel 6 is $500 a week. Am I the only one just flabbergasted with that?
You know what? I guess that is a point.
I thought they were like $19 a night.
Wait. I was thinking $500 a week is cheap. Wait.
Oh, wait. God, no. For Motel 6?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you something, Johnny. Why is it $500 a week?
500 is the discount. That's with my Motel 6 membership, so it's cheaper that way. It's normally over 500, closer to 6.
I'm shocked Motel 6 has a membership.
Yeah.
It's just to save you like 15%.
Johnny, so what do they say? When are you going to have hot water?
It's still the same thing. They're saying it's going to be today, but that's what they've been saying for a few weeks now.
Johnny, this is Bo. Does the whole hotel not have hot water? All the residents?
As far as I know, the whole building is out.
I should give.
I have asked other people staying here, and they said,
have they? Okay, here's the big thing, Johnny, and here's something that people should understand. If it's broke, you fix it. It ain't magic. Yeah. So why the heck aren't they? What excuse could they possibly have, Bo, for 3 weeks? Do they have boilers, Johnny? What kind of heat do you have? Do you have hot air, or do you have more of a radiant heat? What kind of heat do you guys have?
The thing is, we have a unit of air conditioning and a heater unit inside the bedroom area.
Okay, I get it.
But
that's a heat
and
pump.
that works fine.
That's a heat pump.
Yeah,
okay.
That works fine.
All
They
right.
probably have a water heater, Tom. It's like 2 or 3 water heaters for the whole building.
Probably.
Yeah, it's just the hot water that's not working.
Hey, Tom.
Go ahead.
Hey, man. So while you guys were talking, I checked the Motel 6 website. This is the one on West 83rd Place up in Thornton.
Yeah.
And I said, what?
And how did you know that?
Well, he said he was, according to Call Trainer, he's in Thornton.
Okay.
So according to their website, and I made like a reservation. I didn't confirm.
No, I got it. I got it.
It's $59 a night. So how did we come up with $500 a week? And how many rooms are you renting, Johnny?
Just one.
Okay. So on their website, it's $59 a night.
Johnny, how did you come up with that price?
That's the price they came up with, because I come up with the price that's on my My6 app, which came up to like $436.
Yeah, but what did you see, D? How much?
Well, they might be. Come on, guys. They might be charging for the dogs too.
How many dogs?
It says pets stay free on the app.
It says pets allowed. Kids stay free.
Yeah.
So
kids stay free.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Do you want to give him a call over there, Deputy D?
I will, but I have one more question for Johnny.
Go ahead, D.
Move to a different motel that does have hot water?
It's a hard situation because we're not mobile.
Oh.
We're pretty much just stuck in an area.
And I've got
right
a little
now.
follow-up to Dimitri's question there. At $500, your average month is going to be $2,000. I would assume you can get, even in Colorado, especially in Thornton, a decent apartment.
A one-bedroom for sure.
Johnny.
Johnny. Johnny, we have a bunch of questions for you. Let me ask you real quick the lightning round here, okay? How did you become homeless, and how long have you been homeless?
We've actually just been homeless for the last 3 weeks. We had an apartment.
And what happened?
Pretty much we fell behind on rent, and we pretty much found an apartment across the street from our old one, and we were almost ready to move in, but our check stubs didn't get approved right away because of new jobs. So we had to.
So
wait
let me
a
get
month
this straight.
to
You and your wife, you and your wife are both working, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you can afford obviously $500 a week.
Yeah, we're struggling, but we're doing it. I mean, just to maintain.
And what are you doing for food?
Eating cheap. We have no hot water, no microwave, so we get a lot of like stuff like cold sandwiches and stuff from the 7-Eleven next door.
Okay, gotcha. So what's your long range plan, Johnny?
I was hoping to remain anonymous because we are going to be staying here for longer. We were just hoping to get the water fixed.
In other words, hoping that staying anonymous, you don't want us to rock the boat. Is that what you're saying?
I would love if you to rock the boat and not mention my name because I'm on the.
Yeah, but will they know?
The rooms and
okay. How many people are affected, by the way?
I would guess this whole hotel, any guest that's staying here.
Bo, you just said you'll call over there. He said he doesn't
want
to
find out.
He doesn't want to call attention to himself. Johnny, will they figure out it's you or not? I mean, have you been making a lot of noise? Okay, so we'll call.
I haven't made any noise at all.
Okay, Bo, if you want to take this on too, man, that's fine with me to call over there because I know what Bo's thinking. Bo's thinking, let's fix the damn thing.
Let's go fix it. Yeah.
And Johnny, real quick, if you If you had like a security deposit, could you get into an apartment? I mean, what's the holdback right now to actually getting into a better circumstance than Motel 6?
It's check stubs that's what's holding us back, and hours have been
stubs.
getting cut. So it's
Verification of income.
I guess I don't know what that means. What does that mean, check stubs?
Verification of
We're not
income.
getting proper hours. We're not getting enough hours. They're saying, "Oh, you're not making quite enough yet. Keep working and come reapply."
Got it.
Kind of thing.
All right.
Johnny, I think you should talk to the manager and at least get a significant discount on your weekly rate for no hot water.
Yeah.
They know they got these people over a barrel. These
I don't know if
weekly
they-
hotels, they're crooks, in my opinion.
Yeah, we spoke to a manager, and they said there's no refunds.
Well, I'm not talking about refunds. We're talking about discounts. You don't have any hot water. You know, Bo, go probing over there and tell them it's us, and tell them we're hearing from a number of people or whatever. I don't know what you tell them, but don't tell them anything that'll.
I got it. I know how to do it.
All right, good. Let's find out what Bo finds out right after this. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, DenverRegen.com. Get rid of painful joints, tendons. They even can help you with hair regrowth. I'm a living example of that. So they do have stem cell therapy, DenverRegen.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
Yeah, we're doing very well here in the city. Really don't have any problems. Very little traffic. Really no holdups out here at all. You may find a little bit of company coming out of Commerce City on 270, heading west through Vasquez. Pena looks
How
good.
much time do I have, Shannon?
Or even from the airport. It's about 15.
Like 6 minutes. Go.
All right.
Terminal and I-70, I-25. Across the city, pretty much on the high side as far as speeds go. Foothills Drive, Floyd Hill looks good. No rock scaling today. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. We're sharing the story of the woman who convinced Abraham Lincoln to make Thanksgiving a national holiday. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Over there.
You know, Discount Bath is doing our hallway bath right now, and I cannot wait for it to be finished. These guys are great. They come out, they give you all the options. Suzanne loves them, but I'll tell you my favorite part, and I'm not kidding, the discount prices. Where else can you get the best warranties, never give up the craftsmanship, the workmanship, or the materials, the great warranties, everything else, and get a discount price? And by the way, all they do is bathrooms. You're going to love them, I promise. Go to discountbath.com. That's discountbath.com.
Man, I am happy to tell you about the...
I just signed up for my 6 Motel 6 rewards. I'm in.
I bet you
Can
are,
you
Shannon.
believe it?
I'm in.
Can you believe it? Motel 6 rewards. Get the fuck out
I
of here.
didn't even know they had a membership program.
Instead of having like a credit card, like a Hilton Amex or something, they probably have us. It comes with SNAP benefits.
Oh. But do you think that any financing firm would actually...
It comes with a physical door key.
I would have helped this guy out if he just needed like a security deposit. They're both working and shit. But
you know the sound of somebody whose tires are just spinning, right?
Fuck. Yeah.
Well, here we got this problem. We got that problem. Got a few problems. No kidding.
Wait until you hear
I
Gabriel.
downloaded the app. It wants
my
access
God.
to my photo
Shannon,
book.
When are you ever going to stay at a Motel 6?
Like I say, probably my birthday in January. It's time to treat myself.
Yeah, for a weekend, get that weekly rate, Shannon, of $500 a week. Should be $400.
That's a total ripoff.
Well, it's still $69 a day. That's pretty cheap, Mark, for a hotel.
Yeah,
when it's Motel 6 for God's sake.
When's the last
Well,
time
you just
stayed
get
at
the
a-
black and white TV and a hard bed.
And they leave the light on for you.
Well, they have to keep the roaches from coming out.
And you ought to read their reviews.
What's the reviews
That's
like,
what they
D?
leave. They leave the black light on for you so you can see the cum
Is it the
stains.
black light?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's the red light.
God, don't say that. No, what did
I
they,
didn't.
What did they do on
you
that?
guys are taking that out of context.
No, I just watched 2020 over the weekend. They put this light on the bed so you can see all the blood.
That's not blood.
It's not just blood.
Or anything else that lights up.
It's all kinds of bodily fluids.
I'm
Looks like a
calling over
Jackson
there,
Pollock
top of the
painting.
hour.
Hey, Mackenzie, are you staying at Motel 6 in California?
Yeah, where are you staying at, Dan?
Doubtful.
Dan's not answering.
Oh, there's an adult motel downtown called Motel 69. Wonder if that's the same.
Oh, God. What's the rate, Shannon?
Ew, gross. Kids stay free. That's not funny.
That's not.
Oh my God. I work with 10-year-olds.
Yep. This just in. Yeah, the lowest Motel 6 I'm finding in Denver is 51 a night.
Gross.
Pretty reasonable if they have hot water
Pets
to eat.
allowed,
It's crazy.
but it doesn't say free at that one. Oh, that's
And they
the
take
Texan.
advantage of these people big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because a lot of the money is coming from some subsidy usually. I've known people that have gone through that system where they do get money from the state to stay at a hotel.
Maybe that's why he said it would be complicated to move.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Why do you need a deposit for a hotel? That's what I
Well,
don't.
they
You just-
usually say for incidentals. I call them accidentals.
Okay. Accidentals.
Anytime I check into a motel, I apologize immediately about what I'm going to do to the carpet.
Well, hold on. Don't you go to Pullman and some like piece of shit places like that to play?
Well, we don't stay in Pullman, but we're hooked up with Marriott.
Tom, you know,
So we stay.
his headphones are missing.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah,
Like
I
ho-
broke a
like-
set.
Oh, wait.
okay.
You
Some
need
of them
headphones.
are
I
nice.
don't. I can hear from that
Yeah,
speaker.
but I'll get you. See, I walked
Here we
away
go.
from here.
Or iHeart.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Gabriel. What's going on with you, Gabriel? You're on the air. What's happening, brother?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
You know, about 30 years ago, you helped me in a situation I was in, and here I am 30 years later.
You know
needing
what?
help.
I only get to help you once every 40 years, so you got 10 years to go. Anyway, what's going on,
no.
Gabriel? What's happening?
I got my credit report from Empyrean, and suddenly it dropped 50 points. For decades, I've been at 815, which is exceptional.
Oh, my God, it's
And,
better than exceptional. You're at 815?
Yeah, you can only go to 850. So,
I know.
You know, I've just been staying at 815, but this drop, I went through every line in this report, and every line in this report says never late, always paid on time, no new accounts open. There's nothing that indicates any reason why.
How about the amount of credit out?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, something's changed.
By
What's
the
changed?
way, just on that vein that Mark's talking about, and Mark, you can continue, but I just want to mention this really quickly. If people could see their dynamic credit score every day, they would see that it changes almost daily. The FICO. Now, it hovers around a certain number. You know, some people might have 720, give or take, 640s, give or take. You had 815, give or take. But it does change. I don't know about the 50 points, Mark. That sounds like a lot to me.
Well, if you had, for example, a card and you closed that account and that card gave you $30,000 of credit, and you closed it, that could be a massive effect.
Right.
If you had a lot of money on different cards at one time,
now,
that could create an effect.
Mark's talking about credit utilization, and I'll put it this way. If you have, let's say, 10 credit cards and $10,000 credit limit on each, you have a total of $100,000 in credit available. Now, So if you have $100,000 of credit available and you use $10,000 of it, it doesn't matter on how many cars, but you only use 10,000 of 100,000, that's a 10% utilization rate, which is excellent. They don't like when you start approaching 50% utilization. So one thing Mark and I would counsel people on is when they had credit cards, and what they should do is get more credit. They don't use it, but they have it available. And by having more credit available, you have less of a number for utilization. And the lower the utilization number, the better off you are, unless it's zero utilization, then it doesn't build any credit. It's weird. Mark, what have you found as far as utilization?
Well, it doesn't matter. It changes so much. Like when I pay a big advertising bill on one of my cards, say I pay $40,000,
yeah,
my credit will literally drop. Even though I just made the charge, it's not due, they know I never hold a balance, it can drop 30 points without blinking. Then as soon as I pay it off 3 or 4 days later, it's back up.
Yeah. Mark,
Yeah,
I can
here's
top
an
that.
interesting
All right,
point.
hold on. What were you going to say, D?
You know, about 3 months ago, one of my credit card companies offered me an upgraded card with like better rebates and better benefits and that sort of stuff. I accepted the offer. So what they did is they closed my other account, marked it paid in full as agreed, and opened a new one. And that month, my credit score dropped 59 points.
For doing what?
Yep.
For accepting their offer for a better credit card. The same issuer. So I switched from one credit card to another from the same issuer. And then a few days later, I get one of those credit monitoring alerts from that same company that says your score has changed. I log in. It was minus 59 points. It took 2 months for it to go back to where it used to be.
And here's one thing I can tell you. I think that FICO is next to God somewhere because you can't fight them ever. I have we've never been able to figure out FICO, first of all. And it's like AI, artificial. How do you figure it out? They somehow have what they used to call AI, algorithms, to figure out what your score should be. And it changes dynamically. And you will never, like if you were calling me saying, Tom, my score dropped 50 points. I'm pissed off. It shouldn't be. I want to get it back up again. There's no one person. There's no Mr. FICO. There's no FICO Incorporated. There's nothing. Seriously. People don't realize all the different. There's like FICO 8, FICO 9, FICO 10, FICO 10T, FICO 5, FICO 4, FICO 2. Yeah. There's different ones depending. Like if you're going to buy a house, they're not going to pull like a FICO 8. That's usually just used for credit card companies.
There's also Vantage scores. There's Vantage 3.0 and 4.0. And those are vastly different.
You can grow old thinking about it. But somehow, somewhere, that FICO gets changed. Is it all automated?
Yep.
Now, the suggestions that I have found for people in the past, I look up my data bank here. And
if he doesn't have anything new or anything
credit
that
utilization,
he can see, it's going to be utilization.
Right. Credit utilization can bump you 20 to 50 points just by going over a 50% utilization rate, or maybe if you were at a 20 historically. Do you know what? If you go over your own numbers historically, that's another negative. In other words, if you historically only use 20%, you have set the bar for yourself at 20%. So even though, let's say 30% utilization is not bad for someone else, it could be bad for you. Isn't that weird? You set your own bar. And they look at you and say, why did so-and-so use more credit this month than he did last month, even though the total credit isn't that bad? Mark, utilization has a lot to do with your profile as well. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's everything, man. It's big. People don't realize that. If you close an account, I don't care what it is, something you don't use anymore, that automatically makes your score go down, and you would go. It just doesn't seem like it should be that way.
Here's something that happened to me when I was looking at the calls, at my past calls. A note came up about me that happened with Nordstrom years ago. My auto pay, I started my auto pay, and it took effect in 45 days. So I was thinking my next payment would be paid by auto pay, but it wasn't. It 45 days later, which made the payment like 15 days later, something, whatever it was such that I didn't do anything wrong. Nordstrom acknowledged I didn't do anything wrong, but my FICO dropped dramatically and stayed until I built it back up again because it looked like I missed a payment. And Nordstrom they literally did not know how to fix it. They said, we don't know how to fix it. We don't know how to fix it. And a lot of these creditors, they don't do it. It's all automated. We ought to dig into FICA. But anyway, it could be that did you change any accounts at all?
Well, first of all, let me tell you, I've only had like 1 or 2 credit cards for 20 years, period.
Okay.
I don't have a big income. You know, I'm living in low-income government housing, and I live a pretty tight budget. But here's the other thing. The other 2 credit reporting agencies, they both have me at the same 815. It's only Empyrean, and everything I've Googled is people just screaming bloody murder about this particular company.
Yeah, but hold on. You can find them screaming bloody murder about anyone you search. Credit reporting agencies never have good reviews ever. So, the fact that you're finding negative reviews doesn't mean that you found something or a glitch in their system. You didn't. I'm just being straight with you here. In fact, I hate even telling you this, but it's the truth. There's nothing you can do about it. Mm-hmm. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no one to go after. It's crazy. There's no one to go after.
I believe you because there's nobody that'll answer a phone. Nobody will talk to you. I think there was just some kind of mistake within this. Well,
there is no one. It's automated. I'd like to know who calculates FICO scores. Who does it? I'm typing that in. I want to see what AI says about who calculates them, because truly, no nonsense version. It says here, no, it stands for Fair Isaac Corporation, and they created the formulas, and they license people to use it. They do not calculate your score. The ones that actually calculate your score are the actual credit reporting agencies, but it's all automated. They put in their own criteria, and then they measure your FICO according to their standards. So anyway, yeah, I agree with you. He didn't like what he heard because you feel powerless. You do. And you are. By the way, give us a call, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We want to know not only your problems, what we can help you with, especially going into a long weekend for many of you. I also want to know, what are you thankful for? All of that coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Hang on, I didn't get a chance to write them. Long story, you're going to love it. Hang on, I got Discount Bath and Vestera.
Okay, I'll do. Mark wants to do Discount Bath. I'll do Vestera.
Okay, so Mark, you have the 60-second Discount Bath after Vestera.
Unless he wants me to do it, I can do it if he wants. Okay.
Just mind your business, Mr. Martino.
All right. 15 minutes on the commute between the terminal and I-70.
Hey, this Vestera thing, do you think Barry can get me into a duplex in the suburbs of Toledo?
Looks good. No rock scaling today. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
I know you guys can.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas. Or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Hey, Vestera Turnkey is the name of the system and the company Barry Miller started, esteemed buyer broker who invented buyer brokerage, and he did it to help people become landlords, and they help you through the system. That's what they do. They find the market, the home, the management companies. They even help you with all aspects of the rental. If you want to be a landlord without the conventional risks or hassles, try them out. Vestera, Vestera, VesteraTurnkey.com, 303-888-3788, 888-3788.
Thank you.
Sick and tired of that old, ugly, outdated bathroom. Well, I got to tell you about discountbath.com. These guys are unbelievable. They can do a gorgeous tub to shower conversion or a full remodel or anything in between. Custom tile work, walk-in showers, grab bars, the works, even a steam shower. You name it, they can do it. And they do it with no pushy salespeople trying to twist your arm. You're going to love everything these guys do. You're going to love the people. You're going to love the product. And you're going to love the process. They come out and they actually give you all the ideas. Maybe you want to expand that closet so you can have like a California closet, or you want that heated tile. These guys do everything. And it doesn't matter if it's a fix and flip or a $5 million house. You're going to love them. Please check them out. I personally use them. Discountbath.com. Stunning bathrooms, discount prices, done quickly. Discountbath.com.
Run a business and not.
Well, I was kind of occupied here. I downloaded the damn Motel 6 app.
Oh my God.
I know, shut up. And I agreed to all of the terms and conditions. I entered all of my info, including and not limited to credit card for future use. Okay,
nice.
No problem. Then I click like locations near me. Check prices or whatever, and then it comes back, congratulations, your room is booked. Well, I wasn't trying to book a room. God dang. And then, so I had to call Sri Lanka or somewhere just now and cancel the damn room for tonight. I accidentally booked a room in Greenwood Village.
I didn't even know there was a Motel 6 in Greenwood Village.
I will be staying there at some time in the near future. And I will report back to you.
For your birthday.
Oh my God.
What's that, Bo?
You're going to stay at Motel 6 for your birthday celebration.
That's what I'm thinking of doing. End of January. I'm going to do it.
Good. I'll bring over a 6-pack of Schlitz beer for you.
Well, I don't drink, but I wonder if they're okay with the nude cigar smoking that I usually do in my own domicile.
Kelly.
Fantastic. The guy's accent was fantastic. I didn't understand a word he said. What is it? You're still inside the cancellation window. Yeah, no shit. I booked the room 40 seconds ago. Cancel! Undo, undo, undo. I will see if I can help you. You will. Oh, you will help me.
If I can help you.
I am Batman. That was rough. Golly.
I am such a drip.
Well, I've done dumber stuff with $100.
How long, Shannon, how long were you in Boulder Saturday for the game? Was that all-day event?
Yeah, Friday noon to Sunday noon.
Really? The whole weekend?
Uh-huh. I had basketball Friday night, so at about 10 p.m. I got over to the football stadium, started setting up.
Oh, then you couldn't get black marks.
Slept a little while. I might got 5 hours of sleep. And then football, another 5 hours of sleep. Got up, packed up everything. And it was hard to get out of the stadium. They had TV, concessions, merchandise trucks, semis surrounded Folsom Field. People taking out the chairs. They were taking out the seating that was removable.
Where is it?
They were
Really?
at Folsom, shutting it down.
On 38th.
Shut.
Oh, because that's the last game. That was a devastating loss.
So Highlands? Like West Highlands?
I'll get the address. I'll get the name. It's worth. It's the food is worth getting. They do takeout too, but I got. Oh my God.
Food?
All right, Tom.
Just so good.
Coming back.
Yeah.
iHeartRadio app, search Shell Game, and listen now.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, so we have Dan McKenzie with us, McKenzie Law. He does estate planning and all of that. And I say all of that. There is a lot to it. I mean, let's face it, there's a lot to it. So, Dan, I think a lot of people, maybe I'm wrong. Is there a busy time for estate planning? I would say maybe not, but around the first of the year, a lot of people think about things. Do they think about estate planning, or is there no such thing as a busy time? Or can you expect an influx after the first, or...
I haven't really noticed a pattern.
It's pretty even.
I think there used to be a lot of end-of-year gifting and stuff like that when people were trying to get assets out of their estate.
Okay, I see what you're saying. End-of-year stuff.
Avoidance, but now that's kind of gone because so few people have estate tax concerns.
Because of how much they are.
How much you can give away without an estate tax.
And how much is that?
It's about to be $15 million per person. So, a lot.
Now, doesn't that go down to zero one day? Doesn't it expire? I thought it was a graduated each year, the estate amount.
So it got adjusted in 2013 and then again in 2017, and it goes up for cost of living every year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about why they come in. I know why I came in. Well, shoot, I was old. I should have come in anyway.
Yeah.
But I had a bout with cancer, and there's nothing that says mortality more than cancer. And I thought, I need to get something done. What brings people in? What really? Because I don't think, as much as we tout or we talk about, you need to get it done. You need to get it done. I'll bet you some people need an event. Yeah. Like when they get a burglar alarm or a security system at home, it's usually because someone in the neighborhood got robbed or they got robbed. Yep. And they get it after they got robbed. Yep. What brings people in for an estate plan?
Similar. It's like people who have gone through estate administrations for somebody else. So I had to deal with somebody else's affairs. That gets people who are going on a trip soon or have just been on a trip recently, and they said we had a conversation on the airplane. Like, what happens? What happens if this plane goes?
Exactly. Yeah, vacations can do it. No, seriously, things like that. But the holidays, not necessarily.
No, and it's funny because we have like some blog posts encouraging people like, hey, the family's together. This is actually not a bad time to ask some questions. It's not like a topic people want to discuss, but everyone's around.
I have a text here.
I got a question too when you get a sec.
All right, Mark, you do yours. I have this text.
All right, so Dan, a beneficiary's deed on a house. Let's say like my parents put me as a beneficiary on the deed for their house. Mm-hmm. And I end up passing away with them. So the three of us all die at the same time. I know this is getting crazy.
I think it goes to your estate.
Because I was on there, does it automatically go to my estate?
Oh, good question. Hold on. Let's wait for that answer. That's a great question. He's on the beneficiary's deed, but they all die together. Does it go to them? Does it go to his estate and then to his heirs? All of that coming up.
Yep.
That's a good question.
That is a damn good question.
You're damn right it's a good question.
I'm going to stay tuned for it. The answer.
People are hanging by their fingernails.
No, it really is.
It really is. I'll tell you at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to even go to the rest of it.
Oh, he's going to suck us in till the end of the show.
No, we're going to do it before that.
So we're going to do, are you going to do another Vestera, what do you call that?
Seminar?
Seminar, but I think you should do it at the Motel 6.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
I'll book a room.
Yeah.
Shannon's already got a room you can use. And I bet Dimitri, I know who he's grateful for.
Yeah.
Trump.
Yeah.
You think, I heard that he wasn't going to pardon the turkeys this year. He was going to send them back to Mexico.
Oh, that's good.
That's for Venezuela.
Yeah, that's good.
He's going to send them to Venezuela.
Well, they don't have Yeah, they don't have documentation. They need to go.
I love those presidential turkeys, though. They're pretty cool looking.
They're very large.
It's a lot of bird.
Where's that area code? Let me see. Where is that? 406. I get a lot of people from there. Oh.
Let's see if I can get a room.
I did not see any text to
Montana.
Vestera. Do you want me to just call him?
Oh, wait a minute. I started writing it and then went on there. You're right. Here, I'm gonna do it right now.
Trust me, I know. I stay on you.
Yeah, okay.
I'm very used to it now.
Come on.
As people get older, they have to be reminded.
It's crazy.
Constantly.
Oh my gosh.
Kelly, can you text me Johnny's number, the hotel Motel 6 guy?
Am I going to get a room out of this deal?
I don't know. Maybe just one night.
Free local calls.
Get out of here.
And black and white television.
Do you think they're one of those motels that has a phone in the shitter?
Has a what?
Oh, that'd be great.
What did you say, Mark? A bone?
You cut out for a second, Mark.
A phone.
Right next to the toilet.
I thought it was a bone.
A bone in the shitter.
That's what I thought you said.
Oh, God.
So, Tom, I guess I didn't fool you on Saturday, huh?
No, not at all.
All right, I guess I got to change my voice.
I wanted to kill my neighbor. They ran down to Castle Rock when you landed.
Oh.
I wanted to kill them. I looked over there. All their cars were there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we landed this weekend, as we do most weekends when we fly. So, Bo, your voice is you can't disguise your voice, by the way. And I didn't care. I mean, it was okay, but.
Okay. This is Bo calling from New Jersey.
We've had a lot of fun, Peter and I. Did you listen to the whole thing,
Rob's
Bo?
coming over for Thanksgiving.
What?
I hope so. Hey, did you listen to the whole thing, Bo?
Yeah, I did. It was very interesting.
You should tell Mark what I said about him.
Yes. Tom said on the public airways that he would not have a show last year if it wasn't for Mark stepping in and taking over and helping out.
He wouldn't have a show for the last 20 years.
Oh, I think it was. Oh.
Come on.
Well, that compliment is going to your fucking head.
Don't compliment me.
And I also said there's only one person. Peter said, what do you do for Phil? What do you do? Who can take your place, right? And I said there was only one person in 40 years who actually could do it. Now, I've had a lot of people who thought they could do it. Oh, my God. There were some disasters. And it's hard to explain.
Did you mention?
Well, you gotta do like the same show, but you still have to have your own personality, or you're fucked.
Yeah, I know, but we happen to be very similar in style and delivery. But what were you going to say, Bo?
You've been copying me for years.
I know it. Bo?
At the anchors, you said you had previous anchors help you out on the show. Who were they?
We had years ago. I had Ed Sardella on from Channel 9. He was dreadful. He's a great broadcaster, but he was dreadful on the radio. In fact, a lot of TV people, they don't get it. You know, if it's not scripted or something, it's very hard for them to ad-lib. Or they can ad-lib a few lines, but when you have to go 3 or 4 hours.
Ad-lib, yeah.
Oh, my God. Or just talking about stuff.
Who did you have besides Ed?
Let's see. TV people? Oh, a number of them came on over the years. I'll tell you somebody who did pretty good. Mike Fearberg. He was the business reporter at Channel 4. He did a pretty good job. Next to Mark, I think Fearberg, a way distant second, but he was pretty good because he knew business and he knew stuff. And then let's see. Dan Kaplis, of course, I introduced him to talk radio.
Yeah, you brought him on.
Yeah, he did actually.
That was interesting.
Did good. Actually, he didn't do near as good as he is now. I mean, he developed his own deal, his own thing. And then who else? Let's see. As far as TV people, they were. I had Stephanie fill in for me once years ago, and she had somebody who did the phones and stuff, and kind of like a co-host, but I forget who it was. Oh, remember Mark, our friend who died from MS, or he killed himself, I think. What's his name?
Russ.
Russ. I think Russ. Yeah.
Russ Johnson.
Yeah, God, what a talent. He was such a good talent. Holy shit.
Raging asshole, but talented.
God almighty, was he good. I loved listening to him.
He got so mad at me one time for telling the story about his one-legged girlfriend.
God.
Oh, you should have told the story about how he was abused down at Rocky's training camp. Oh, they did horrible things to him.
No fooling.
Really?
Down in Arizona?
Yep, he went down for a KOA deal. All right, here we go.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. And we have a burning question. What happens if you're on a beneficiary's deed? Now, let me explain what a beneficiary deed is. It's designed to avoid probate and to transfer ownership of a home direct to someone else upon your death. Hence the name beneficiary deed. And Mark asked Dan McKenzie, our expert today, our attorney today, what happens if my parents put me on their home as the benefactor for the beneficiary's deed, as the heir, and we're all killed together? Does it go to his parents' estate, or does it go to Mark's estate? Man, that's a weird one. So what is the answer there, sir?
So the answer is that in Colorado, you have to survive someone by 120 hours, which is 5 days, in order to inherit from their estate. So if you passed away together, you did not survive them, and it is not going to your estate.
So it stays with the parents.
Correct.
The beneficiary's deed stays with the parents.
So then you'd have to...
You'd have to
go ahead. You'd have to basically open up probate, or someone would on your behalf because you're dead.
You would have, yes, somebody would have to open a probate for your parents to get that house transferred to whoever their next.
And it doesn't, okay, I see. And it doesn't have to be one of Mark's heirs.
It wouldn't be. It would be their heirs.
Well, in my case, it would be their grandkids, I'm sure, because I have no siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a very good question. Now, I want to go to the phone. Sheila, by the way, that's Dan McKenzie, McKenzie Law, 833-CO Plans. I have a number of different questions for him, but Sheila has a transmission problem. Mark, why don't you're the one that took this call with Jeff, and Jeff Vick has an update.
Bring Jeff Vick up.
Bring them both.
Basically,
go ahead.
I don't recall her exact issue. What was it, Jeff? You're the one that kind of dived in it.
Yeah, well, she had some codes come on, and she got to a limp in or darn near no move condition. Took her to a shop, I believe it was up north someplace, and they were trying to quote her for a transmission. But unfortunately, that transmission's on national back order.
Oh, yeah, it was on big-time back order. That's right.
Right. And unfortunately, we're in the same boat, too.
Yeah, but I'm on a call right now. Okay. So,
with some of the internal parts that we would need positively 100% in order to build that unit, they're on back order on us right now, too. So, unfortunately, right now, that vehicle is a very large paperweight.
That's incredible how often this happens. We hear it. Yeah, I swear 10 years ago, we'd never hear this stuff.
Yeah, and it's, over the course of the last 2 years, Toyota and Lexus has been one of the worst when it comes to drivetrain and products being on back order.
Now, is it COVID still, for God's sakes? Is that what happened?
You can blame COVID for some of it, and I think a lot of the manufacturers and, other parts suppliers have learned that people are willing to wait. So that, depending on
what it is.
What you've got as far as it's cheaper to store everything in Cleveland as opposed to Denver, so you've got to ship everything in because they're not paying on that inventory.
It's the new normal. It's the new normal. People put up with a lot, and it never went back to how it was in many cases. So, as Jeff said, they may not just manufacture runs and keep stuff. In fact, Jeff, I've heard of people having to wait for a run, a production run. Literally, they take orders, back orders, and wait until they get to a certain number before they even fire up the factory.
The other thing is there's nothing like federally required to provide replacement parts for older vehicles. Really, they could just say, screw it, we're not making these parts anymore.
Yeah,
it's generally about 10 years that they make parts, and after 10 years, they start pulling them back out.
I know, and I used to think that was a requirement, 10 years on parts. But, Mark, did you just look it up? There's no requirement, or are you just going from memory?
No, there's no requirement that they have to make parts. Absolutely not. Now, if it falls under a warranty, like maybe something in the emissions, they better have the parts.
Right. For warranty work, that's a contract with your buyers. You have to have stuff to replace. But other than that, that's why I tell people when you're looking for a vehicle, I love the parking lot research. You see a car in a parking lot, you see somebody walk into the car. Hey, how do you like that car? How did it work out for you? I mean, honest to God, that works. Or and obviously that's code for talking to owners. You talk to owners or go on forums. You learn a lot on forums. My goodness, you go online and can find out what problems people are having. Beware, though, of a small problem that turns into a big one because you have a loudmouth. When I say go to forums, you want to look for deep-seated problems, real problems, not just loudmouths. Mark?
Hey, Jeff, I got to ask you something, man. So, like, if we were living in the Day of the Dead here or a zombie movie, and you had to tear that thing apart and use other parts to make it work, I mean, could you actually make that thing usable, or it's literally impossible? I'm saying if you had all the time in the world, could you make it work?
Yeah, is there something else you can use?
Generally not. I mean, these things are very, very specific. I mean, the Day of the Dead, I could probably find another parking lot and find another transmission to strip down. But, if it's made for the U661F, then I need parts for a U661F.
I mean, so her vehicle is useless. Imagine that.
According to the diagnosis that she got from the other mechanic, yes. I have not seen the vehicle.
Okay.
So we're taking all that for granted as well.
And by the way,
did you try to source a used transmission by any chance?
Sheila?
I would need a lot more specifics off the vehicle before I could.
Sheila, did anyone look for a used transmission for you?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So yeah, the repair shop that I took it to, they tried to look for a used transmission, and they came up empty.
Okay, I would give Jeff a call off the air. Listen, we're not saying, by the way, that he can do it, but at least give him a chance because he's sourced a lot of stuff for people in the past for us. Kimmer transmission. Jeff, I'm sorry, I don't have your number out in front of me. She didn't put it up there. Can you give us your number, please?
It's 303-693-1400.
Yeah, 1400. That's what it is. Okay, so it's 303-693-1400. And your website, Jeff? Sorry again.
Is transmissionsdenver.com.
I love that. Transmissionsdenver.com. Okay. 303-713-TALK is our number. I want to go to Larry as a question for Dan McKenzie, McKenzie Law, Estate Planning. Go ahead. What's going on, Larry?
Yeah, I have a question. Thanks. Dan, let's say my wife and I both have a trust and we both pass. The beneficiary is our son. And within the trust, there's 4 grandchildren that each are divvied out assets at a specific time in their life. What does my son do that, the day he becomes, the executor?
So it depends. I assume you've titled stuff to the trust. As soon as he becomes aware that he is in a position to accept that trustee job, he's still got to accept it. He probably would, but you can't force it on anyone. They draft a short document just saying, "I'm accepting this job." They notify the beneficiaries. I don't know if your grandkids are still minors. If they are not, then they would receive a notification that they are beneficiaries of this trust, and at least the sections of the trust that are relevant to them. So the summary is that they get told that they are beneficiaries of this trust, and what they can expect to receive. But then there's a period of time of just making sure creditors are taken care of and assets are found and things are probably liquidated. But those are the initial steps.
Okay. So my question is, does he go to an attorney to get that rolling, or does he go to a state agency?
A state agency is not going to be able to help. There's a lot of information out there about how to do it, just like anything else. You don't have to have an attorney. Depending on how much you're handling, I usually encourage people to give it strong consideration because there's a lot of ways to make a mistake, and especially with trusts. I mean, the benefit of trust is there's no court involvement, but on the other hand, there's really no one out there to guide you. I mean, that's the point, is to keep it private.
Right.
So you do need probably some help to understand, like, hey, I got to go out there and do some stuff, and no one's going to tell me what I'm supposed to do if I don't go find it out myself.
Hope that helps, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, Larry, 303-713-TALKS. Yes, Mark, go ahead.
After the break, I got another question. In fact, that guy kind of brought it up, but a lot of people like, really, Dan, I mean, what happens if you wake up and your spouse is just no longer breathing? I assume you call 911. They call the morgue. Like, really, what are the steps when someone dies?
That is
or
a
you
great
get a call
question.
that your parents died in a facility or something.
It's one of the emails that I got that almost mirrors that completely, Mark. They're asking, okay, what do you do when someone dies? Yeah. In fact, that's a question. Hold on, we'll come to that. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-8255. Guaranteed lowest price for furnace replacements. Guaranteed lowest price. You want a furnace, you want to replace it, or an air conditioner. Of course, now you're thinking furnace. RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303 904-2000, 303-904-2000. That's RenewHomeInnovations.com.
Yeah. People who worked at Rocky Flats may have serious health issues. If you worked at Rocky Flats or any other DOE nuclear site, I want you to be aware of a federal program offering up to $400,000 tax-free and free home health care for life. Trusted Ally Home Care can check if you qualify. Now, if you worked at Rocky Flats or any other DOE weapons site, I want you to contact Trusted Ally today. Call them at 720-881-9633 or go online, trustedally.com.
So many people try to sell you things, right? I love John Fuller, attorney at law for personal injury, because what he's trying to do is give you something free, and that is information. You call him if you've had an accident with injuries, and really there is no obligation that you even use him. Most PI attorneys don't do that. They want you to sign up first. John Fuller will talk to you up front. I'm going to give you the number. Ask all of your questions. Hey, if you like it and it's a good fit, he does work on a percentage fee basis, and you will still have personal access. Honest to God, he gives you his cell phone that you can call or text at any time. That's the real deal. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500.
All
Got it.
Okay, now.
All right. Hang on for me, and he'll be right with you, okay? Hang on.
Williams Martini diamond studs not only look larger, they fit better and face up on the ear. And we have Martini diamond studs in every size, up to 5 carats in stock.
This holiday, our best quality natural 1-carat diamond studs start at just $24.50.
Half carats from just $9.50. And remember, you can trade up your Williams Martini natural diamond studs at any time for a larger pair. You just pay the difference.
Well, how about this? Let me ask, did you send it just to Suzanne or to help at Troubleshooter?
In help.
Oh, shoot.
That's my last
I'm
spot,
get
right,
Kelly
brother?
involved. I'm the idiot running the audio, so I'm not really intimate with the goings-on. Let me get you over to Kelly.
Is that my last spot?
A British guy who sent email to Tom wants to make sure he got it.
Okay. I will look at it. I know who he's talking about.
Yep.
He's talking about himself, and Mark. You guys had taken his case once before, and there's nothing we can do to really help him. But I if he's on, I'll take him on the air, and we'll discuss.
Well, he just wanted to see if you got the email. That's all he's doing.
All right. Well, I can't tell him right now.
I think he's also Tom, right?
Yeah.
I have no clue what you talk about.
Nah, somebody you took, Mark, on the show that Peter Boyles referred to us, an English guy. The Catholic Church screwed him out of money, and it's just. You remember that, D? All right.
It was the one in Castle Rock.
Yeah, and he's got an issue that they keep postponing, and
I told him to lien the property.
That's a good point.
Oh, I remember that, Mark. Yeah, you did.
I told him
mention
he might go to hell,
That is a good point.
Get paid.
No, but that's a good point, Mark, because you really get their attention, and you don't have
It
to
might
have
be
any.
too late now. That was a while back.
No, it is going to be too late.
You could still try it.
Yeah.
Send an intent. Maybe that'll scare them
He's
into
checking.
He's going to end up in purgatory at best.
That's okay. He just wants to check, just like you, Mark. I want to call
Mark
this.
already reviewed it. Okay.
Yeah, he says to lean. Do you want to?
We can have him back up again. Let's put him back
I'll
up
just put
again.
him on. Here, we're going to put him on.
I did get his email.
Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and put you on because we do have some answers for you.
Well, not answers, questions, but okay. We'll call it good.
We have some gifts for you.
Parting gifts.
Well, his
Parting
accent's
gifts.
worth it.
We got some swag in the break.
Is worth it.
And this is about the Catholic Church.
I've had a bit of a nip.
Yeah. No, I remember the call completely.
There's a bustle in my hedgerow.
Let's get the
They
Archbishop
fired me.
involved.
They fired me hard.
Okay, let me turn this around. Here it is. St. Francis of Assisi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's right in
And you're
Castle Rock.
still
It's a nice
doing,
church.
Sounds big and powerful.
Colorado Springs Market says here. Oh, no, never mind. That's the law firm. Never mind.
I've got the bonnet up on my lorry.
Yeah, and the Queen. Give her it all.
There was no
A
contract.
Jolly Rogering. What? Bit of Bob's your uncle. Here we go.
Okay.
iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, along with Major Marc Mager. And
hey.
And I want to get Sandy first. Tommy can wait. Sandy has a question for Dan McKenzie, McKenzie Law. Go ahead, Sandy. Your question?
Hi. Good morning. I need to remove someone from my trust. Can I just print out a form from the internet, sign it, have it notarized for it to be legal?
Ooh, Dan?
I mean, it's. I assume the trust is a revocable trust that you are allowed to amend.
Yes.
And are you you're
Yes.
the only person that created that trust? It wasn't created with anyone
Me
else.
and my husband.
Okay, and he's on board with this idea.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, amending a trust is like you could just say whatever paragraph that you're amending is amended, and
it becomes part of the original record.
It becomes part of the original record. I mean, sometimes amendments do make changes to other parts of the document that people aren't really thinking about. So you just got to be a little bit careful about making sure you've really...
Who did the original? Did an attorney do it, or did you do it?
Your referral list, David Salisbury, did it for me.
Okay. And I don't think David is practicing anymore.
No, he's not.
Okay. So, an amendment unfortunately, if it's not done by the attorney who drew it up, correct me if I'm wrong, you're not just going to take something and amend it, will you? I mean, you have to be familiar with the whole document. Isn't that right?
I mean, yeah, the problem is like if we amend just like that one little paragraph and something else is wrong in the document, arguably, like, we could have caught that. Like, that's the argument
I
that
know.
the Kelly makes later.
Years ago, I started with Mackenzie, and I'm not Mackenzie. I'm Salisbury, years ago. And I know that you don't care about that document. I know you don't, because I didn't finish it. But it's almost easier to start from scratch than it is to try to go over and amend somebody else's work.
Yeah. And I mean, yes, even when as an attorney, I'm very comfortable with. It's like, they're just, things have changed. The law has changed. Tax rates have changed. Like, things have changed since you did. I don't know what you were told when you put together the trust. So that's the challenging part for
But
us.
anyway, you can give them do you give estimates on stuff? Do you give estimates if somebody wants? Okay. Now, that new law coming in January 1st, 2026, if you give any pricing, you have to give every
advertised pricing.
Yes, if you do advertised pricing, it's got to include everything. You're not even allowed to add a service fee or recording fees. It's not just for attorneys, by the way. It's going to have major impact on business, and businesses don't even realize it's coming. It's an amendment to the Colorado
and there's
Consumer
actually
Protection
some
Act.
Teeth in it too. There's big fines. There's some teeth in this sucker.
I mean, it's something so small as if you say, now the easy part is you don't advertise price, right? But if you advertise price or give a price up front, it doesn't even have to be advertised. If you give someone a price, it's got to include everything, even unforeseeable circumstances. So most people are going to say we're not giving pricing, or, and Mark, I forget what they said about hourly. Like, can you give an hourly rate? I think you can, right? Or do you have to give a total?
No, I think you can give an hourly rate. It's kind of it wasn't written very well, to be quite honest.
No, it wasn't. It's scary the way it's written. And we had one attorney, Brad O'Brien, who says it puts an immense amount of pressure on attorneys, especially.
Pretty much everything's got to come down to one price. So, for example, if you have an oil change, you're advertising for $19.95.
Right.
With the exception of sales tax, that better include oil disposal, shop supplies, and everything else, or else.
Right. Okay. Tommy has an issue. He was on the show once before, and it's weird. It's a weird problem because he just wants to get paid. I mean, bottom line, he just wants to get paid. And right now, the way it is, he can't get paid. That's the simple issue. Tommy said he did work for the Catholic Church. And I got a copy of his lawsuit, which is really, God, I mean, it's just, he can't get into court. He's pissed because he can't get into court, and he's going to explain that to us. Tommy, first and foremost, Tommy, I'm trying to go back to the original problem, and sorry if we go over stuff you've already talked about, but I really need to get this straight. When was the work done, Tommy?
Up till the 26th of June.
Well, from June, when did it start? I'm trying to figure out the time period.
We started it in May.
Of 2020, May of 2024 or May of 2025?
25.
And then it went through what date?
To the 26th of June.
Okay, got it. That's all I need to know. That's what I need to know. Okay. And the kind of and who summoned this work?
The facilities manager through their contracts manager. We've done a proposal, which you should have there, with a signed proposal with a mobilization fee.
Okay. And so you worked with, was it a general contractor, so to speak, or was it
no, I was the GC.
So the person who summoned this work or authorized the work was an employee of the Catholic Church?
Yes, he was a facilities manager in conjunction with their accountants. They actually whoever signed their proposal, I think, was the guy that came.
Got it. I got a simple question. A simple question.
Yes.
Okay. How much are the total fees? Did you say around $6,000? Was it?
6,225.
6,225. Now, I have a very simple question. If we were to call the church's facility manager and say, "Hey, you owe Tommy 6,225," would that person say, "No, we don't. He never did the work," or "It was a misunderstanding. He went way over"? What do you feel the response be? I don't believe we ever called him, right, Kachina or Mark, when we took this original call? Deputy D, you seem to recall this. Did we ever call the church? Do you know on this?
No, because I believe...
Well, we recommended he go to court, right?
We didn't recommend it, but that was the caller's plan, was to sue them. So we just kind of discussed that.
Okay.
But there was no follow-up for us.
Okay. So what would they say, do you think, Tommy? It's a pretty simple matter. You did work. You got a contract here. And by the way, I don't know if you sent me the contract, but I don't seem to have it. All I have is the first page of something, and it's just one page. I mean, that's what I have. And it says here on this page that you sent me, this lawsuit that you filed, there was no contract for plaintiff to perform any of the alleged work. So who wrote that in there? Amount of damages claimed?
That would have been their lawyer, but that was proven when we went to mediation that that was the contract. Otherwise, they wouldn't have paid a mobilization fee, and the facilities manager...
So all you asked if I got your email. All I got is this one page, and apparently it's their response. And their response is, I asked what their response would be. Here's what it is. They said there was no contract to perform the work. The alleged contract was terminated as to the scope sought in the complaint. Additionally, without waiving the foregoing, defendant requested proof of any of this work. Plaintiff refuses to give proof of work for the reason. Okay, so here's what I want to know, okay? They say you're not entitled to any relief. So what proof do they want? What work? I'm getting right down to the nitty gritty because I was out when this first call came in, and I just need to know, what is the bottom line here? I mean, what is the bottom line that you are alleging you did? What work did you do?
I was contracted to take down a deck that was falling apart, a wood deck that was falling apart, and rebuild it. And the problem we had when these structures were put together...
So basically tearing down and rebuilding a deck.
Yes.
And was that actually done?
The demolition was done under the permit, but getting the electric to put the new permit up took 7 weeks.
Tommy, here's what I'm asking, Tommy. This is not the court right now. This is just me. Was the deck torn down and rebuilt? Was part of it done? All of it done? Where do we stand with the work? You claim you're owed this money.
The demolition was done. The demolition was done, and we were waiting for the permits from the building department.
Okay.
I think there was a time frame in the agreement too, like he was going to be done in a week or something along those lines.
All right. So for $6,000, so the $6,225 you say you're owed is for demolishing the deck.
No, I was paid for demolishing the deck because it was stage paymented, and what happened was we couldn't get the permits done.
Tommy, what are you owed? Tommy, I just need to know. You were paid for demolishing the deck. What is this $6,225 for? What is it for?
Well, that was in the next stage payment for getting all the permits together and
Did you?
the deck.
But you did not rebuild the deck, yes or no?
No, we didn't rebuild the deck.
Well, then why should they pay? I don't understand. Tommy, I'm sorry, man. I don't understand it. You did not rebuild the deck, but you want to be paid for it.
I think, Tom, I remember.
Whoa. No, that's not. They want to be paid because I spent 7 weeks trying to get the permits done because what was done before
Tommy,
didn't have any permits.
But the 7 weeks that you spent, Tommy, did you spend 7 weeks every day, 8 hours a day? I mean, I'm trying to be fair here. What exactly did you do that's worth $6,200?
I had to engage a structural engineer. I had to work all through the permitting stage. I went 12 times to the building department, and we were called in with all the photographs I had to take of everything.
But do you have proof that they authorized all of that?
Yes.
Where is the proof, Tommy?
Marc Mager, she has all the paperwork there. She's got the paperwork.
Okay. So you have authorization to seek a building permit and to hire a structural engineer and to do all of that stuff. You have the prior authorization.
Yes.
Okay. And Kachina, I mean, and Tommy, you said you sent that to us already, right? Do we still have that, Kachina?
Suzanne's got it.
Suzanne, okay.
Yeah, she's got that.
Well, I'm not sure if we kept it, if we didn't do anything. I got to figure this out. I thought that's what you were sending me. You sent me their response only. Put them on hold for a minute. I like making things extremely simple to a point where they're stupid. I like it. I like stupidity in my presentation, meaning anyone with anyone, no matter what information you have, will understand the issue. Here's the issue as I understand it. Tommy demolished a deck and got paid for it, and then was to build a new one. In order to build a new one, he went through 7 weeks of preliminary work for a permit. Okay? Now, what I want to know is the authorization to hire that engineer and to go through that process. They're claiming there was no contract for that. So, Tommy, I want to ask another dumb question. Did they know you were going through this work for that 7 weeks? Were they constantly in touch with you? Were they saying to you, because I would have said this, Tommy, where's my permit? Did they ever make an inquiry as to where their permit was?
Church worked with me to get the permit.
You got a break? All right, we got to take this break. I got more coming right up.
God damn it. Fucking Dragon came in fucking with me. Okay, I'm good.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. Denver's talk station. And iHeartRadio's
6 minutes, you go now.
guaranteed human. Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a delay now coming out of the airport on Pena. There's an accident on the outbound side, just approaching 56. Looks like traffic is tied up back to about Tower. It looks like even coming into the airport, it's going to be affected. A lot of curiosity through that stretch. Now, that's going to be the worst of it because the volume is extremely light out here right now. I-70 westbound right around Pena has been a little slow. 270 periodic slowdowns heading through Vasquez, but I-25 looks good across the city. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. We're sharing the story of an American cultural invention. We're telling the tale of the superhero. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Are you sick and tired of staring at that outdated bathroom? And maybe you've had other companies out there to look at it and they're really pushy. Well, I want to tell you about discountbath.com. These guys will come out, I promise you, Very little stress at all. You're going to love all the ideas they have, and they can transform that bathroom at a better price than anybody else out there, and you don't give up anything. You need to check them out. I personally use these guys. DiscountBath.com. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I was not there that day, so I have no idea what transpired. So I'm kind of learning as I go along. So I'm just trying to help Tom get all the information. Okay, I haven't seen anything like that. So maybe if you text me what you have.
These pills have been proven to help men improve their performance, if you know what I mean. And the 4 free pills we're giving you.
I'm sorry, did you already send that to Tom?
And we're giving you them for free with your $99 order. So call us right now and claim your 4 free blue pills of our popular male enhancement product. Remember, with your $99 order, we're giving you 4 free pills worth $200. Call 800-847-1077. That's 800-847-1077. This offer is exclusive to radio listeners from Steel Man Pills. Remember, with your $99 order, we'll give
Okay, why don't you send me what you sent Suzanne and Mark, and then I can go from there. Okay? All right, perfect. And can I get your phone number just in case we get cut off for any reason? All right, Tommy, hang on. I'm going to put you on hold and go ahead and, no, don't need your email. Go ahead and text me that. Now, are you familiar with texting when you're on the phone? Okay. Uh, okay. Well, I have your phone number. As soon as we get that, we can go ahead and take a look at that, and then we can go from there. Okay? I will call you back once you're able.
Hello?
Please ask your friend to go ahead and help you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi there.
Okay.
Hi,
Hello.
yeah.
All right, Tommy. All right, Tommy.
Don't let him hang up.
Keep Tommy on.
Keep him on, for God's sakes. I've been trying to tell you that. We found his shit.
You didn't tell me that.
I've been telling you that the whole fucking time.
Oh, we couldn't hear you here in the studio. Is
Okay,
that what
I'm
you're
sorry.
saying?
I'm sorry that you didn't hear me. Did he hang up? Did he fucking hang
well,
up?
Yeah, yeah, we can call him.
Yeah, tell him we found it. He doesn't have to resend all that shit.
Were you guys muted there?
Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, no big deal.
Tell
Yeah,
Kachino I'm going to take her to the dentist next time.
Jesus.
Oh, well, or you
boy.
can keep it muted for the next 2 hours if you want.
Tommy, we actually found your information, and Tom wants to talk to you about it. So hang on for me, okay? Just hang on for me. Okay. Yeah. No, it's gonna be brilliant. Just hang on.
Oh, God. Yeah, don't promise results because...
Because we don't really deliver.
we don't deliver.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tom. I didn't hear you.
I know. I was muted. Sorry.
He had a ball gag in. Forgot his safety word. Here we go.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Okay, now, here's the bottom line. I mean, it's a very, like I said, I like making things stupid. Tommy did some work. No one's disputing it. He demolished a deck for the Catholic Church, and he was paid for it. He then proceeded to do preliminary work in an effort to get a permit. And during that time, he amassed about $6,200 in bills and time and labor, and he can't get paid. The Catholic Church says he had no contract for that. And that's where we stand. He said, yes, he did have authorization to do that work. And that's really where we stand. Here's what I have to ask, though, Tommy. And again, I want to confine myself to just what I'm asking right now, and then we're going to go to your email. But you say you amassed about $6,200 in expenses. Why did you stop trying to get a permit, or did you finally get a permit?
I got the permit on the 10th of July.
Got it. Okay, thank you. All right, so Deputy D, what do you see in his exhibits as far as his authorization to proceed in this preliminary work? I personally, if I had a contractor spend $66,000 to get a permit, I'd be pretty upset, unless that's just the going rate. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. And I'm coming in this totally objectively here. So go ahead, D. What are your observations looking at all of his paperwork?
Tom, a few weeks ago.
Hold on, there you go. Go ahead, sir. Sorry.
Tom, a few weeks ago, Tommy did send us his mediation exhibits, and his mediation was scheduled for end of November.
Yeah.
And there are three.
And they keep postponing, by the way. But keep going.
I thought he already lost in mediation.
Well, I don't. Did he lose in mediation and is now going to court?
Said at the beginning of this call.
Tommy, did mediation go? How did mediation go for you?
Negative.
What does that mean? They ruled against you, or mediation doesn't really have a ruling. Mediation doesn't have a ruling.
That's a voluntary process. There's no ruling.
Right, right. So what happened in mediation, Tommy? Just real quick, the result.
No answer. The lady couldn't make a decision because she was nice enough, but she didn't have the knowledge about.
I got you. You know? All right. So nothing happened in mediation.
Nothing happened in mediation.
Now go ahead, D.
Tom,
now
there are three documents in his exhibit packet that kind of stand out. The first one is a proposal dated in April. And the customer did sign this proposal, accepted by, and then there's a signature and a date. And that proposal does have a line item to reinstall deck and railing for $35,500. So that sounds like a contract to me. Now the other page that really stands out to me.
Now, did that $35,000 include this $6,000?
It's just that's the flat rate for the entire. Let me tell you how we got to the 6,000 that he wants. Though,
okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
The second of the three pages that stands out is the cancellation email that he got from the church, and that was July 10th. And it just says, "Hey, thanks for removing our deck. We decided to proceed with another contractor to reinstall a new deck.
Okay.
Thank you very much."
All right.
And then the third and final document that stands out, and I think this is the one, Tom, that's going to answer your question about how did Tommy get to this approximately $6,000 that he seeks to recover from this church. That is the final invoice that Tommy sent to the church. That's dated July 24th.
Okay.
And in it, there are a couple of line items. So there's the demobilization fee of $250. Right. That's fine.
That's nothing.
But the cancellation fee is $5,625. And he explains it on the invoice as project overhead and profit. So what that seems to me is Tommy is trying to recover the expected profit that he would have made from having installed this deck, but he didn't install this deck.
So but basically, Tommy, then you did not really spend $6,000. You're just saying that's your lost profit and overhead, right?
Yeah, that includes the 7 weeks.
Tommy, that's not what your exhibit says. Your exhibit says it's a cancellation fee for breach of contract, basically. So you're seeking a breach of contract penalty. That's what you're seeking. It doesn't delineate. I think, by the way, that if it was for actual work, if you spent money on an engineer, it should be in there and you should be paid for it. In other words, did they use all this preliminary work to get a permit? You said you were granted the permit. Mm-hmm. Did they use your permit to go ahead and rebuild it?
That's correct.
Well, man, then you should be paid your expenses in getting this permit. I don't think you should be paid blindly a cancellation fee. I think you might be entitled to it, by the way. Don't get me wrong. This may very well be a breach of contract. It appears that they did sign your contract, and it appears that they did breach it by hiring someone else. But the fee is not automatic. Cancellation fees are not automatic, and that's why the person in mediation probably didn't know what to do. I think, first, we got two different issues here. And see if you agree with me, D, and Mark, if you're still there. Here are the two issues. One, the penalty, and two, the hard costs.
Right.
I think it's a slam dunk. He should be
Where's
paid.
the penalty? Where did they agree to a penalty?
Mark, I said we have two issues, the penalty and the hard costs. The penalty, they did not agree to. That's why I said it's not automatic. It's something he is assessing for breach of contract. I don't think he's going to collect it unless the court gives it to him. Now, he may very well get this penalty. I don't know. Is the penalty spelled out in his contract?
No, the contract is just a signed proposal. And
so where is he getting a penalty? Where did he come up with this
penalty? There was nothing in the proposal about it. So it sounds like something that Tommy came up with on his own.
I don't think Mark, I don't think Tommy's going to get that penalty. However, don't you think he should be paid his hard costs?
Absolutely.
Especially, I got to take this break. Especially, they use his freaking permit.
Just out of fairness. I think just out of fairness, we got a break.
All right, we got to take this break more. So we're all in
Impact Traffic.
I mean, the guy did.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a delay now coming out of the airport on Pena. There's an accident on the outbound side, just approaching 56. Looks like traffic is tied up back to about Tower. It looks like even coming into the airport is going to be affected. A lot of curiosity.
I walked away
that stretch.
from this
That's
one.
going to be the worst of it because the volume is extremely light out here right now. I-70 westbound right around Pena's been a little slow. 270 periodic slowdowns heading through Vasquez. But I-25 looks good across the city. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the White House Briefing Room Podcast with John Decker.
I'm John Decker. Join me weekdays for 15 minutes of no...
Dimitri, are you really saying that about...
press briefing?
God knows what you've had in your mouth. Hey, stand by. We got Lazar and Art of Granite.
Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The Art of Granite has the best prices on countertops, the best values, whether it's granite or any natural stone or man-made material. That's what Mitch Floria at the Art of Granite promises, and you can go visit him and put him to the test. In fact, give him a call, tell him about your project. He'll have suggestions and possibly some preliminary pricing. Here's what I want to tell you. You pay wholesale for all countertop material. Tear out and haul away is always free. Listen, the Art of Granite.com, 303-386-5919, 303-386-5919. If you need an attorney for criminal defense, don't shop under pressure. My God, it's terrible. If you get a DUI in this season, unfortunately, many of you will make stupid mistakes. Of course, we can tell you till we're blue in the face, don't drink and drive. Many people will do it anyway. I'm going to tell you this. Not only should you not drink and drive, you should call Joe Lazara at the first sign of trouble. He does free initial consultations and then flat rate pricing. Lazara Legal, Lazzara, 303-429-6200.
Thank you.
All right, good. I will when I go on if I remember, which I never do, but I will. Oh, that's one of the things he's calling about. They keep delaying. They're trying to delay the trial date. Keep delaying it. And he's pissed. That's another thing. He's pissed that they keep delaying without...
Does he not have a court date, though?
No, now okay. Yes, he had a court date. They delayed it 3 times. And he's on his 4th one, and he's pissed. That's one of the reasons he's been calling. I don't think he's going to get this penalty. Where did he just come out of his ass with $5,000?
I don't know.
See, you can collect that penalty if you have a pre-agreement to it, but not if he just came up with it after the fact.
Well, he said that would have been his profit.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. Are we sure a signed proposal is actually a contract?
No, we're not. I mean,
I
D
would-
does. D
I'm
thinks it is.
100% convinced. It says accepted by, boom, that's a contract.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Now, it's an ambiguous one, right? That doesn't address a lot of things, but it's a beginning of a contract.
And I want to say ultimately, if I recall the first time he called, the permit's in someone else's name.
Let me take a look at it. I have a copy of it, so let me take a look at it.
But if they use the permit, they can't negate the work he did on it.
So I have a building permit. Contractor name, Tommy. It's issued to him.
No, but I think they pulled another permit.
Well, if they did, that's a whole different story.
I doubt they had someone else do the job using his permit. That would be really fucked up.
All right, that's a good clarification point.
Of course it is. Dimitri?
Yes?
What do you
Dimitri
think?
can't hear you. He didn't want to put Tom's earbuds in.
No, I got brand new ones Tom gave me, so I got them in.
They were always brand new. I don't know what he was talking about.
You remind me.
Not
D,
one
a
of them
little
in
bit
there
of
has
a-
been used. Even the ones that
you're-
aren't in the back.
Sure. D, you remind me a little of a band I worked with backstage at Fiddler's Green, I think 2021, so it's right after
I
COVID,
think
but people are still being all sissies. And these
they are
guys
always
wanted us all to
sissies.
wear, this band wanted us to wear face masks.
Oh, God.
Talking to them backstage. And I said, are you out of your mind? Do you know what you're going to be doing to some groupies in the hotel room later? I'm not fucking wearing a face mask after you go ATM on some chick. Shut up.
ATM.
ATM. I don't get it.
I don't get the ATM part.
Hope you don't. Mark does.
Were the groupies hot?
Well, and I don't want to say no. I'm sure that they were scoring some chicks, but I don't want to say it in front of Dan. He seems like a nice guy.
But, when I think groupies, I think skanks. Were they skanks or were they hot?
Skanks for the memories.
Skanks for the memories. I love it. That's funny.
If you don't think Bob Hope did that occasionally on the road, you're wrong.
I wonder if he ever did. Never. I don't think
Oh
that
my God, they were all having so much fun.
I don't
You've
think-
heard the stories about Uncle Milty. Holy crap! Play jump rope with that thing.
Oh, really?
I digress. Here we go. Oh, and Rodney Dangerfield too. Here we go.
Hi. We're running out of time, but I want to recap this. Tommy did some work for the Catholic Church, and he was paid. Then he went and he was proceeding to get a permit. He was granted the permit, but they went with another contractor to build the deck. He believes he should be paid his overhead and profit. That's something he's taking them to court for, and that's the proper venue. So he's right in going to court to try to prove that the breach of contract costs him money. However, I don't think he should have to go to court to get paid his hard costs for the permit. If the permit was indeed used, how can they use all the work he did to get a permit and then say, no, we're not going to pay you for it? So, Tommy, again, I know you want to cover the whole thing, but just let's take one item at a time. You're sure they used the permit that you pulled in order to build the deck?
They went and changed it at the building department, and the building
But
department.
they used all of your preliminary work to get it.
Yes.
And do you have any hard costs that you can send us on that? Because we would have people contact them for it. Hold on, we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Awesome. How are we done with Mark?
Okay, so
Mark is leaving. Say goodbye to Mark.
Bye, Mark.
Bye, Mark.
Bye, Mark.
What are we getting from Tommy? I was in the bathroom.
Tom, don't leave. Tell her before you mute. What did you need from Tommy, or did he hear that? He heard that.
I have his hard costs, actually. I have 3 line items of his hard costs. I can tell you
So
about
do you
them.
just need me to text you his number?
Not really. I mean, there's really no follow-up with him. Not yet. But I do have his hard costs, Tom, if you want to review
Yeah,
those.
good.
Do you still want him on, or do we need to scrape
No,
him off?
if he wants to stay on, we're going to discuss this further. We do believe he should be paid his hard costs.
Absolutely.
He's going to have to go to court for the other thing, and then we'll talk about the court delay. That is another thing he wanted to talk about.
All right,
I'm gonna keep him
we'll
on.
fluff him. You want to fluff him?
Yeah.
He's fluffy.
Hey, Tommy, we're gonna keep you
Giving
on
him a
through
little
the
love,
break,
actually.
okay? So just be patient
Love,
with
actually.
me, okay? All right, sounds good. Hold on.
Okay. I'm going to buy.
Hey, Tom.
Oh, yeah, of course. You know
Tom,
how to
have
use
you
it. It's
heard
up
this?
there. I think you've done it before.
Hey, Tom. Tom, have
Hi,
you
this is
heard
the
what
Motel
I heard is
6
running
on,
at the top
West
of each hour?
83rd place?
They say iHeartRadio.
My name is
Guaranteed
Bo.
human.
I'm
Have you heard that at all?
advocate for a radio station here
Tom?
in town.
Tom
I'm sorry,
Martino.
what?
We just had a few people
Have you
call
heard
into our
what
show,
iHeartRadio is running? I know I'm not
complaining
feeding it to you,
your hotel
but at
hasn't
the
had
top
hot
of each
water
hour,
in
they run a
several
thing on all of the stations that says iHeartRadio. Guaranteed human.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
So they are, the company
what
has
may I
taken
ask,
a
what, is it a
stance
water
to not
heater or a
run
boiler
any
or-
AI music or voices.
Is Bo's mic on or something? I hear him talking over you, or is that just the default?
It's his default. I keep them potted up during the break, and if they end up making calls in there, I'm sorry, you hear them.
Okay.
It's like you keeping the speaker up when we have a
No,
call
I
on.
know. And Dee has been quite nice at pointing that out, and I keep fucking it up.
No, I don't mean to point out any shortcomings to.
Yeah, except there are plenty. I'll be right
Go.
back.
Get out.
Deputy D.
Was he on the phone?
Who? Yeah, Bo's on the phone right now.
Until, like, in your kitchen, until I get that thing fixed.
Okay.
I would like to. Would you mind taking my number? I mean, I'd like to help out.
Yeah. Now that's funny.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Hey, we haven't heard from Drew in a while. You think he's okay?
He was never okay to begin with.
To the extent that he was kind of okay.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Sometimes you just have to let things lie.
Yeah, that's a good
Maybe
call.
he's already slipped the surly bonds of Earth.
I'd kind of like to find out get an update on his big case against Home Depot when he walked into a truck's tailgate.
That's a funny one. We've all done it.
You're talking about Drew D?
Yeah, in his large minority woman.
I've done it. I wouldn't think of suing somebody. I just slash their tires.
I should call him. I have his number.
Oh, God. You don't want him to capture your number.
Hey, D, I just called the front desk over at that hotel.
Yeah, how did that go?
And he was a little vague. He said that they've only had no hot water for 3 days, but I don't believe it. But they said they'd have it on tomorrow, and I offered to help them, and I'm going to call over there tomorrow.
Yeah, good call, man. That's nice.
Because I think it's been off longer than 3 days.
Just don't go over there because you're going to catch bed bugs and lice and all
I'm
that
not
shit.
good. It's way the hell out in Thornton.
Well, yeah, but you don't even want to drive by there with your window rolled down. You're going to get something.
Jeez.
That motel is just a breeding ground for bed bugs and lice and things like that.
Black and white TV.
They have a black and white TV?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I stayed in a Motel 6 25 years ago. I just remember the black and white TV with no remote.
Dan, you always have the best smelling leftovers.
This is like fancy macaroni and cheese.
Dude, it smells awesome. Every time I see you eating leftovers, every time I see you, and they're the best smelling leftovers.
What does Mackenzie have?
I had the best leftovers from that Mexican place.
Did you ever remember what it's called? I totally want to look it up.
I'm gonna ask Stephanie right now. I'll ask her right now.
Hey, Dan, thanks for redoing my POA.
Uh-huh.
That was kind of strange, wasn't it?
Yeah, like a pain in the butt.
Yeah, 11 pages, and they wouldn't accept it.
I tell everyone, it's like every bank has its own procedures. And some of them are just going to be an attorney trying to justify their existence.
Right. You're right. I think the guy in New York's just trying to justify his salary by bitching at it.
I do not like that shaky sound. It's telling me I got a problem.
Oh, that's from here?
It's the return audio. And I think it's my connection. Because if it's coming bad this way, it might be going bad that way too. Let's see.
Wouldn't Shannon have said something?
Yeah, he would have. Yeah, that's why.
Going out. Yeah.
But for some reason, when they talk to me, I'm getting staticky.
Yeah, especially on Bo. When Bo talks, that's when it gets really choppy. Is that
I'm always shaky.
No, see, that was perfect.
No, I know.
But prior to that.
No, I know. Hey, and Dan, you got to get a little closer to the mic when you do talk so we can do away with any room echoes we can.
When you get some mac and cheese on the mic, that's how you know.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're
2
doing.
millimeters. What is that sprinkled on top of it? Is that
Parmesan, probably.
Come running just as fast as you can. Troubleshooter's gonna help. Come
okay, I can go over his hard costs.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by RenewHomeInnovations.com. Remember, the lowest price for furnaces guaranteed. Any replacement of furnace or water heater or air conditioning, the guaranteed lowest price. They want you to take them to task at this. So now, obviously, you got to compare apples with apples, right? RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000. 904-2000. So any problems, questions, complaints you have, we're taking. We have Dan McKenzie with us from McKenzie Law for estate planning. We had a few questions answered there. We have a few more that will be coming up, but I want to finish up with Tommy. And there's two issues with Tommy, in our opinion. One is a breach of contract, and what are his damages? That's going to be for a court of law. I do know that you can't just arbitrarily assign a number to a breach of contract, but there are definitely damages if someone hired and accepted your proposal and then canceled it. But that's for a court of law. The other issue, hard costs in obtaining a permit. Listen, if this guy hired an engineer, did plans, running around and all of that, there's some associated hard costs to getting the permit, unless the church claims, and we're talking about the church because that happens to be the other party. It would be disingenuous for the church to say we didn't authorize him to do that and then use the permit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we don't know if they used his permit or if that new contractor went and got his own.
But Tom, even if they didn't use his permit, it's still a hard cost he incurred in anticipation of completing the contract. So
You're right.
I think whether they
you're right. I just said it would be disingenuous for them to deny it.
Pretty sneaky and I think illegal. because the contractor's name appears on the permit itself, so no other contractor can use it. Now, I do have one of the exhibits that Tommy sent us, and it does talk about his hard costs. There are 3 line items on it, which I actually agree with. So there's an engineering cost of $1,700. And paid out to My Bar Engineering. And then there is something called contract administration fee to a real estate property services company. That's $1,000.
What is that, actually? What was that, Tommy? That contract administration cost, what was that?
Because they've done all the paperwork and all the invoices and all the
I got it. And then,
all right.
And then the third and final thing I'll mention on Tommy's hard costs that I'm aware of is the Douglas County permit fee of $516. So based on this exhibit, I do see how Tommy can recover, or should justly recover, about $2,200-$2,300 in hard costs.
Yeah.
Now the rest of what he's asking for is his overhead and profit.
Right.
That's the part that's going to be dicey.
Yeah, and that's what he'll have to go to court for, and he's perfectly willing to do it. But that brings us to the issue he's really calling about. He's saying he can't get to court. He's saying, listen, they're doing everything they can to foil me. Tommy, explain that.
I had a court date for the 26th of August, and they changed it to the 28th of September. Then they changed it to the 26th of November. And last Friday, I got a notice saying they're going to change it to the 25th of February next year.
So here's what I want to know, because Deputy D takes a lot of people to court for just causes, in my opinion. D, is this a common thing to have four delays like this?
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting. Yeah, absolutely. Now, it is interesting to see who's asking for these delays and what's actually being delayed. Is it one of a preliminary hearings? Is it going to be? Is it next trial date?
Reason to the judge?
Yeah, I've always seen a reason. Now, to give you an example, Tom, I'm going to a trial tomorrow, which actually started in the first week of June.
Wow.
We were halfway through the trial when the defendant suddenly remembered a surprise witness that he should have called. So the judge gave him a 5-month adjournment.
My God.
5.5-month adjournment. That's what Denver County does for you. So I'm not surprised. However, none of these should be a surprise to Tommy. The other side is always supposed to give you a copy of what they're going to file before they file it. So
you mean the continuance?
Yeah, if they're asking for continuances, Tommy should have input into that. So
Tommy, did they give you copies of motions for a continuance?
No.
So wait a minute. When it was continued, they just sprung it on you? I mean, how did you find out about it? For example, this latest one that was supposed to go to court this month and was continued until February. How were you notified of that, Tommy?
Because I tried to change from the county court to small claims. That took 4 weeks for the judge to decide, no, he didn't want to do that. And then I got a letter, an email from their representative in Division F saying, we didn't see that you've confirmed this. Well,
oh, they didn't ask that. This is not the defendant didn't ask for the continuance. The court did. The court said, listen, man, we're not going to small claims court. Do you want to continue? We didn't hear from you. So they put it off until February. This is not the church that did this.
You can't change courts, by the way. So the only way Tommy can get into small claims now is
to file dismiss
and then sue them again in small claims if that's where he wants to go.
I think he should have done small claims to begin with.
The actual case was for the 26th of November.
I understand that, but it's not the Catholic Church that asked for the continuance. Just read that freaking notice you got, Tommy. It's saying the court did it. They're the ones that did it because they didn't hear from you. Look, I think everything you're doing so far is correct. I know it's a pain in the ass that you now have to wait till February. But I think you have a pretty good case. Again, you're going to have to substantiate first that you had a contract, which to us, now we're just giving our lame opinion. It's not a legal opinion. And we're saying it looks like you had a contract. Then you're going to have to establish that they breached the contract. That's pretty easy. They said, hey, we're going with someone else. Then third, you're going to have to establish some damages. Hey, I would have done this job. I would have done that job. I would have, I'm being screwed out of money here. So I have something to ask you, though, Tommy. And again, it's for your damages. Did you have work you missed out on because of this?
Yes, I was specifically asked by the facilities manager, because there's 3 more decks to do after that, not to take work away, my team away, to stay with the program, because he wanted to get all of these decks finished.
Well, that's not this current contract. I'm talking about the current contract, not future promises. Did you fill in your schedule for the time you would have built this deck, or did you miss out?
I missed out.
Okay. Tommy, good luck to you, man. I would have, if you want, we would call them for your fixed costs, or your hard costs on this permit. But I don't think that. I think you should just bring that up in your whole case anyway. If you're going to court for one thing, it's unlikely they're going to want to settle for that without you releasing them from everything. What were you going to say?
I think that based on what I've heard from Tommy during our previous call and this one, he's going to have trouble. Tommy, I think, and don't take this the wrong way, but you're going to have trouble with procedures in county court. I think you're going to get out-lawyered in about 5 seconds. And I base that on the fact that you're not reading these communications from the court. You're not sure who keeps postponing. You're even surprised that things are getting postponed. So I think you can get blown out in county court. Your best bet, if I were you, not following procedures, not being very good about reading this kind of stuff, I would go to small claims court, because, man.
But he has to dismiss this.
Yeah, he has to file to dismiss.
Can he be prevented from refiling if he dismisses this?
I don't think so. Dan, can you think of any reason if he dismisses a county court action and then tries to sue them again?
I mean, he's suing them in county, and he wants to, let's say he wants to go to small claims court.
Have they answered it? I mean, it sounds like they've answered.
They did it. It was a very simple answer, but I read that in the beginning. They're basically saying he didn't have any contract.
Once they answer, you can't just dismiss it, because people would do that.
Oh, interesting.
Might be able to get them to agree to let them dismiss it without prejudice. That's the term.
Yeah, and they're not going to do that. They're going to say, if he dismisses it, we don't want him coming back.
Yeah.
This was their response. There was no contract for plaintiff to perform any of the alleged work, or any alleged contract was terminated as the scope sought in the complaint. Additionally, and without waiving the foregoing, defendant requested proof of any alleged work, but plaintiff refuses to provide such proof. For these reasons and the reasons that will be outlined at trial, plaintiff is not entitled to any relief. That, to me, personally, doesn't sound like it was written by an attorney.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't seen it. I didn't realize there was an answer filed. So this attorney is listed here as the one who filed. So you just have to let nature take its course, so to speak, Tommy, because it's too late now to move it. And it's also too late to negotiate with them. Well, I mean, no, it's not too late to settle. It's not too late to negotiate. I shouldn't have said that. For us to get involved, I think it might be too late, because right now I think that these guys, I think they're looking forward to court personally. Yeah, I think they might lose on the hard costs, provided that Tommy can follow court procedures in county court.
Yeah. Now, when you talk about court procedures, we should talk about that coming up. I'm Tom Martino. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. And also, we're going to talk to Dan McKenzie. I've got some texts on estate planning, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I always love telling you about Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. He'll do an evaluation of your home free for the asking, and it'll be detailed. Your neighborhood, the comps, supply and demand, interest rates, to come up with a figure of what he believes your house will sell for. And he can put his experience behind it and prove it if you want, but there is no obligation. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
When you give to
the Salvation Army Red Kettle this holiday, you help a veteran like me get back on my feet after serving our country. Give to a Red Kettle location or online at denvermetrosalvationarmy.org. Give to a Red Kettle and give joy.
Integra Insurance is someone you should be talking to during open enrollment. Open enrollment is a time when you enroll for health insurance for the rest of the year, or you make changes, or you renew, but don't assume everything's staying the same. It's not. And Integra Insurance, I depend on them to sift through the myriad of choices and help me come up with the best plan for me. And they have helped me over the last 10 years. Call them. Health insurance made simple, smart, and less expensive. They'll save you money. 303-466-5500. Call them today. 303-466-5500.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, I think we've given you some advice, and good luck with your case. And like I said, give us a call after all of that has transpired, and see if there's anything that we can do.
Hey, Shannon.
Yeah.
My login no longer works for 57739.
Oh.
Do you have one I can piggyback on?
Yeah, I don't know my password. It's saved in my ding dang.
Oh, okay. All right.
I can reach out to those kids and have them reset you.
Yeah, if you could. I never really had one. I always piggybacked on Mike Brown.
Oh.
I mean,
I see.
I don't know if I can technically get one or not.
Oh, I can. Oh man, let me kick it around. I wonder who else. I wonder what Schuling's is. I'll try to get one from Ryan or something. Yeah, because damn it, mine just logs in on my laptop. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
They sent me a thing and it was like OGMAO11.
For some reason, all of the usernames and passwords got changed or something, but mine doesn't work anymore for him.
It did update the thing. All right, I'll get one from Ryan right away because that's what they use in the studio. I'll track his down.
What the hell's the name of this place? Oh, wait. Damn it.
Dan, so another trial I had last month, I was awarded my mediation costs, which I'm told is very unusual.
So the mediation did not work?
Sorry, Kelly.
Yeah, we did not reach a resolution, went to trial, I prevailed at trial, and on all my costs, I put in my mediation costs, and I was awarded that too. Do you think it's because the judge just didn't read my bill?
Was there like a contract that was in dispute?
No, it was one of my spammer lawsuits.
Does the statute say you're awarded?
The statute says I'm awarded costs.
Yeah.
Costs of this action. I've been told by everybody that that doesn't include mediation costs. That's very unusual to get mediation costs.
That's unusual. Did they show up and participate?
Mm-hmm. At mediation and trial, yeah. And so after I got my judgment for the principal amount, I already had the motion for award of costs. I handed that out to everybody.
Speaking of which, the
judge didn't even notice.
Hear that girl from the Slender Man stabbing case got away, and then we caught her at a truck stop.
The Slender Man stabbing?
Yeah, it's weird.
They called it the Slender Man?
Yeah, it's still around.
What does that mean?
A couple of girls stabbed a classmate to appease a fictional character.
I also like to quote myself.
Jesus Christ, that's a...
It was years ago.
But I made the case. I was prepared to make a case to defend mediation costs by saying it's the most mandatory of all costs.
Yeah.
If I don't pay a filing fee, the case will get dismissed, and I can refund.
A while ago.
10 years.
If I don't pay a mediation fee,
it was May of 20.
Therefore, there will be no mediation.
But there was just another.
If you don't go to mediation, your case will be dismissed.
No, it's her. She got out of. They had her in a facility and she escaped.
Yeah. in Denver. Now, Jeffco didn't. They offered us free mediation, and I accepted, of course. But in Denver, yeah, you have to pay, and they make you go to mediation.
And if you don't, you're dismissed.
Dismissed with prejudice.
So if the other people don't show up, you win.
It will be a default.
It's like a default.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's
but
weird.
I get the harshest penalty of all the fees.
Advisors, TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troublemaker. Well, troubleshooter. We got Dan McKenzie with me, McKenzie Law. He does wills, estates, probate, avoiding probate, facing all kinds of issues when it comes to estate. And we did have a question, and I'm finally getting around to it. What do you do when someone dies? Now, let's take, first of all, when a spouse dies, and then let's take when someone in your family dies. Like, it depends on your standing, I would imagine. But I can't tell you how many people email or text us saying, what do I do? What do I do? So let's talk about this. And we're all the mics are open here. So what is the first thing you do? I mean, let's say your spouse dies. What's the first thing you do? Now, obviously, let's dispense with the coroner or the ambulance or all that. Okay, yeah. That's what do you do legally? What's the first thing you do?
Well, somebody's going to be probably interested in that person's financial affairs. Somebody is going to realize, like, look, there's a house here that we need to keep going or sell, or how are we going to get the authority to do that?
My spouse dead.
Yeah.
Who do I call? Do I call you right away? Do I call an attorney right away?
Obviously, I think that's not a bad idea. But, you know, if you're joint with your spouse, it really depends on how you would find everything.
And we're assuming that if your spouse dies, you're thinking, wait a minute, I know where the will is, right? I mean, that's numero uno. A will, even if you have a trust, isn't a will something that says, look at the trust?
Yep.
You always need a will, whether it's simple or complicated.
And if you have custody of that original will, you do have to hand it over to your local probate court.
Now, and this has come up before.
Yeah.
So this new spouse, I say relatively new, who knows how many years, but this has come up more than once. She says, here's my husband's will. And the kids say, that's not the will we have.
Mm-hmm.
What happens in a case like that?
That's going to be a court hearing, probably an evidentiary hearing. And people are, if it's not real clear.
More than people know.
Yeah.
So if you're a new spouse, and I say new, a second spouse, let's say, or a third, and the kids are different from you, they're not your biological children. You need to establish, even with your biological children, you need to establish a will, and that the proper will is on file somewhere. When I say on file, am I speaking out of school?
So that's the lodging process, right? So you take that will and you put it on file with the court that is lodging it, that does not have anything to do with probate.
Really, they have a data bank of wills?
Yeah.
They do?
Yes.
Can I go and find out if Deputy D has a will lodged somewhere? Can I go and ask to look at it?
You have to explain what your interest in the estate is.
If I don't have an interest, I'm nosy. Can I get it?
There are lots of examples of famous people whose wills are widely available. So I'm not going to say no. But usually, in our experience,
you have to what? Be an heir or a relative?
Maybe a creditor even. Like creditors can get access.
Can Tom say, hey, you know, Dimitri promised to leave me his town car if he ever dies. Is that enough to get access?
Or he owes me money?
Yeah,
That's people, the creditor thing.
It's a creditor thing.
People do
Creditors can start a probate process.
Oh, great.
It doesn't have to be the family member.
Oh, wow. So, then what? Okay, so you have a will.
Uh-huh.
You have to present it. Where do you present it? Like, that's what I mean. Okay, so my spouse dies. I know the will is in the safe. I go get the will. What do I do with it?
So you figure out what county you're in, and you take it to that
where the will was lodged, or where the county she died or he died in?
Where they were a resident of.
Okay, so at the time of death, where were you a resident?
Yeah.
Now, that could be different than the original county where you drew up the will.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't, no.
Wills are basically a state matter. They're not a federal matter.
Correct.
Okay. So I go to the county. What do? Open probate immediately?
No, I guess you're going to need to determine, like, what did this person own? So, like, we go find everything they had any ownership interest in at all and just go through and figure out, does it have a joint owner on it who's still alive? If so, they now own it. Did it have a designated beneficiary on it? If so, it's going to that person. Is it in a trust? If so, the trust agreement needs
So
to
is probate court the last stop?
Probate's the last, like after all that stuff, if you still have either $86,000 worth of stuff or real estate, you're going to have to open probate.
Now you say real estate because it is titled.
Correct.
And anything titled needs probate to switch title except for a vehicle?
Real estate needs.
Oh, just real estate.
Right.
Okay. And you can't change real estate without probate unless there's a beneficiary's deed or something like that.
Right.
Okay. So there's a beneficiary's deed and it goes to someone. Is it automatic or do they have to now file what do they do?
Yeah.
If my son, my biological son or my friend is left a home in a beneficiary deed, what do? They
need to record that person's death certificate with the county where the real estate is.
And then is a new deed issued?
No.
No?
No. So like next time, like if they're going to sell that house or some title company needs to search for that, they're going to find that death certificate when they're doing their search. So they're going to see, look, this person was an owner on there. There's a beneficiary deed and a death certificate's been recorded.
So it's automatic. If I want to get a deed with my name on it, can I do it? I have a death certificate. I have a beneficiary deed.
The beneficiary deed has your name on it.
Oh, okay. I get it. So it says to the benefit of, and then that's me. And with the death certificate, it makes it complete.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I can then sell or deed it away.
Correct.
And okay.
Hey, Tom, I'd like to shift gears for a moment, if I may, to another really important service that Dan McKenzie provides.
Okay. And by the way, anyone with any questions, either for Dan or for anything, if you have a problem, question, complaint, give us a call. We have open lines right now, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And also, I want to remind you, we're going to have some best ofs later in the week and all that. So if you have a problem now and you don't want it to wait for a long weekend, give us a call, 303-713-TALK, or you can call 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. Go ahead, D.
Tom, I went to Dan's seminar at the Four Seasons, so thank you for the invitation, Dan. And the most important thing that I learned was that he provides a different kind of service, which is asset protection against creditors. Now, what I didn't realize until he brought this up during the seminar is it's not creditors like I think of, Visa and MasterCard and American Express creditors. It's if I'm, God forbid, the at-fault party in a car crash and injure somebody, and those claims or that judgment exceeds the limits of my insurance, or if I'm not insured, it's that person is a creditor, and it's that kind of asset protection that really interested me. And Dan discussed certain...
And the bigger the estate, the more of a target.
Yeah. And, and he said, look, we can establish certain trusts that will, after a certain period of time, protect your assets from creditors. Now, it takes them like a couple of years to become effective. But Dan also mentioned that there are other states where we can open trusts, like Wyoming, and I think, is it Nevada or Montana?
Yeah, there's like 13 of them.
Yeah. So, Dan, I have a feeling that's a really under-marketed part of your service. I think that's of interest.
Is what?
To the asset protection part of what Dan does.
I think that's probably one of his main focuses, right?
I mean, it's usually built in for like leaving money to a future generation.
I think most people go to him for that. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, a lot of people think like putting money into a revocable trust is going to give them asset protection.
It doesn't.
Not.
Why doesn't it?
Because you still have full control of everything.
All right, we got to talk about that. Like, why and how do you get true asset protection? 303-713-8255. By the way, one way to protect yourself in life is insurance. Compass Insurance Group wants to make sure you're adequately insured, you're not overpaying. They do free insurance checkups, and I'm telling you, they can save you money many, many times, and they'll be honest with you. It's 303-996-9000, 303-996-9000.
Nope.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplan today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
Yeah, still looking real good. Pena's getting back to normal after an earlier crash. Had things kind of tied up coming out of the airport. I-70 eastbound around Tower out towards Colfax. Got some backups in there with some road work. Looks like I-25, both directions in and out of downtown have been just a little on the sluggish side. On the other hand, between downtown and the tech center, only 10 minutes on your drive time. 225's wide open and no big problem spots out here. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. We'll explain how the Goo Goo Cluster became Nashville's official candy. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Hey, if you're looking for an attorney, don't ever shop under pressure. You know, today we have Dan McKenzie here, right? McKenzie Law. Don't shop when there's something imminent happening. Shop beforehand. And the same thing goes for legal defense. Listen, you should have the name of Joe Lazzara in case you ever have to refer him out or you need him, God forbid, as my mom would say. Lazzara Legal can help you, and they do flat rate pricing. First, Joe will talk to you free of charge, then a flat rate price for your case. So if you need criminal defense of any kind or traffic or DUI, Lazzara, LazzaraLegal.com. Find him at referralist.com or call him 303-429-6200, 429-6200.
Yep. Hello.
What the hell is it?
What?
A cat bow.
What?
Oh, I have a question for Dan after the break, Tom, on beneficiary deeds.
Okay. Just chime right in.
So I've told you I get like 30 calls from Pakistan or Sri Lanka or the Philippines every day. We are calling about the car accident you were in 2 years ago. Yeah, right. And occasionally the caller ID is interesting. It said state of Colorado. It's crazy how they come up. All sorts of different stuff. The one I just got said infinite urine.
Oh my God.
I wonder what that is.
I don't know.
I'll find out.
Hey,
There's
Chopper.
actually, where is he?
I know he's online, but he keeps for some reason deleting messages by Poodle. Somebody Poodle. I don't know, VRCO. And I don't know why. I mean, a bunch of comments were deleted by Poodle. Chopper, if Poodle is that bad, let me know. We'll just nix Poodle completely.
You don't want to nix Poodle, Tom.
I don't know who Poodle is. Is she your sister?
That's my sister.
But why is Chopper deleting all of her messages?
I don't know. I can't read.
No, I'm
any
serious. It's like deleting all of them. I mean, she's making personal attacks. Okay. Yeah. I've known her to do that in the past with me, but I didn't know she was doing it again.
It's okay, Bo. I got a crazy sister, too. Mine is hotter than wolf piss, but other than that. Mine hooked up with Usher once. Great.
Usher.
So let me get this straight. Should I take Chopper's wrench away? I mean, I'm told that he starts the shit and then he starts deleting people. Is that what we're talking about? Come on, Chopper.
Yeah, there's another thing going on here, I think, with Girl Friday, but I don't know the whole details. Oh, my daughter.
I normally like when cops overreact.
Hello?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, thanks for calling. Let me step out. So are you on your way home?
I don't know if I should be concerned, but this guy basically said, if I kill myself today, who's responsible for my body?
That's a good question.
Shannon.
Not my fault. Here we go.
Hey, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. We got a question from John. John, welcome to the show. What's going on, John?
Hey, how are you?
Good, man. What's going on with you, John?
If I were to die tomorrow, who's responsible for my remains? And if the amount of money that I have is, I don't know, $6,000-$7,000, if they would sell everything, who takes care of all that?
In other words, that's a good question. John, let me ask you a couple questions first, then we'll ask Dan McKenzie. Now, are you alone in life? Do you have family? Like, are you married? Just tell me a little bit about yourself, because the answer has to do with who you are and who you know and who you're related to. So what is your situation right now?
All right, I'm not married. You know, I divorced the first wife. The second wife died. Never cared for any of them.
Okay.
I have family.
How long have you been divorced or separated? Let's start there.
Years.
Okay. So you've been single. You've been single for more than 20 years. Do you have any children?
Yes. Yes.
How many biological children?
3.
Do you keep in touch with them?
2 of them, no. Haven't spoken with them in years. You know, 1 trying to.
Okay. If you are alone in life, basically, which you are, and you have 3 biological children who you have little or no touch with, most likely, when any of them hear about your death, they're going to come in and swoop in and get whatever's there. Most likely. But I don't know. Dan, what happens to people that are mostly alone? What happens?
Well, you still have heirs.
I mean, who really does? I mean, if he doesn't have a will and he dies right now, what's going to happen? What happens? I mean, does the state take his stuff? Who goes in and takes his stuff? I know this is crazy stuff. You mostly deal with people who have people. That's why you're an estate attorney. I mean, people in his situation don't need an estate attorney.
Right.
What happens right now? He has about, are you saying when all is said and done, your total worth when you sell everything and pay off bills would be about $6,000?
Yeah.
Well, no one will come in and do that, right? I mean, who's gonna go in and sell off his stuff and garner $6,000 for themselves?
Yeah.
Well, but if I go out and I hang myself tomorrow,
right?
And now, I mean,
if you don't designate someone, and even if you do designate someone, that's one of our texts we just got. Someone was designated personal representative, and they want nothing to do with it. So
I thought there was a responsibility of family taking care of the corpse.
Nope. I don't think they can. No. I don't think that they can inure that to you. Can they?
No.
I don't think there's anything they can force a survivor to do. Anything.
So I could pack up my valuables, mail it to one of my siblings, and
you have siblings. How many siblings do you have?
Well, no. I'm talking about my kids.
Oh, okay.
Not siblings. I'm talking
Your
about
kids.
my children. If I wanted all my property, let's say I have right now $5,000 worth of silver, gold, whatever.
Right.
And I want one specific child to have that.
Just give it to him.
pack it up and I mail it to them, and then I die tomorrow, is he going to be responsible for any of the cost of my death, of being buried?
That's a good
whatever?
question. No, because it's outside the estate, right?
Yeah, it sounds like a lifetime gift that you just
Yeah, you just gave a gift, and there's no responsibility that they use it to pay off anything. But if it's in probate, they do have a responsibility. That's what's odd, right? So if you give a gift, by the way, you're allowed to gift anything to anyone without any taxes up to whatever, $16 million, right?
Yeah, 15. Yes, it's confusing because yes, you have gift tax returns if you give people a large gift, but
yeah, there's a gift tax return, but there's no tax on it. Right. There's no tax, and people go through all kinds of extremes trying not to do a gift tax return, and there's no tax due on any gift you give for 99% of us, okay? So, yes, you can give a gift in life. He doesn't pay tax. You don't pay tax. You've already paid taxes on that, and it's theirs. Now, if you give a gift where tax wasn't collected, like an IRA, then tax would be paid when they cash it out. But there is no requirement that they pay off your bills. The only requirement about paying off bills, Dan, let me get this straight, is if you inherit money in an estate and probate, then you have to make sure that bills are paid, or you have to make a good faith effort.
Whoever's running that probate needs to do it, because if they distribute funds and then a creditor shows up, they're going to be personally liable for that.
Okay.
They won't.
Would they be personally? Hold on one sec. Would they be personally liable beyond the amount that they kept, or just for? In other words, if somebody had a $100,000 debt,
yeah,
and I inherit from that person $10,000 in artwork.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't pay down that $100,000 debt.
Yeah.
They can't come after me for the full $100,000. They can only come after me for the $10,000 in art, right?
Right, and it's really going to be the personal representative who gave you the $10,000 worth of stuff that's going to have the problem, right? I mean, it's the creditors are going to come after them.
Right,
and say,
but
why did
they're not going to come after them for the full amount. They're only going to come after them for the distributed amount.
Right. Well, yeah. Presumably, you'd use the rest to pay off.
How would they know? See that.
That's a good question. How do they know?
I don't want my 20-year-old son to be liable.
He won't be. He won't be. You can give him anything you want. He won't be liable for anything. He doesn't even have to pay tax on it.
And the state can't come and say, hey, this is your dad. You have to bury him. It's going to cost.
That's a good point. He could literally leave $100,000 to his kid, and the next day die, and the state can't make that kid do anything.
Right.
I don't know if you're listening because you were talking while we were saying this, but the answer is
I'm sorry.
That son who inherited money or who is given money as a gift while he's alive and while you're alive does not have any obligation at all. None.
To bury me or...
That's right. We've said it now 5 times.
Burden of cost.
That's right.
Great.
No responsibility. Thank you. So send your kid money, let him be on his way, and if they find you dead, what happens? I mean, the state, who does eventually take care of it? The county? The state? Is there such thing called a pauper's grave? I mean, I don't know what the hell goes on.
Yeah, I think there's still some process. I mean, this is not usually what I'm dealing with, obviously.
Of course.
But
you're dealing with people that have an estate plan.
Yeah,
okay. Rich, I'm going to come back to you when I got to take this break. And D, hang on. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Nope.
Now, impact traffic.
Happy Monday, folks. Pretty calm drive throughout the Denver Metro as we start off the new week. Some usual afternoon stop and go on the 6th Avenue eastbound off-ramp to I-25 southbound. We may have had an accident there just a couple minutes ago. It does look like it's all cleared up. Hopefully we see speeds return to normal. I-25 north and southbound showing intended speeds through town as well. And the same goes for I-70 east and westbound to and from the DIA area. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. We'll explain how the Goo Goo Cluster became Nashville's official candy. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Hey, if you're ever in an accident, you probably want to know, what do I do next? Listen, it's all about information, right? John Fuller knows that. He's a personal injury attorney, and he knows you're going to have a bunch of questions, and he avails himself to you free of charge with no obligation to answer those questions. So if you're in an accident with injuries, call now, John Fuller. Ask to talk to him personally. No other firm does that. 303-597-4500, 597-4500. If you do hire him, it's on a percentage fee basis. And by the way, he will give you his personal cell phone you can call or text at any time. John Fuller, 303-597-4500. You know, I love people who give the best deals, and the Art of Granite really gives you the best deal on countertops. Why would you go anywhere else? Theartofgranite.com. Not just granite, by the way. That's the name of the company, but they do all man-made materials, all natural stone. Give them a call. Get started. 303-386-5919. Find the best price for your granite, theartofgranite.com. The best price for your countertops, theartofgranite.com.
Thank you.
Have got to place you on hold because I don't know what you're talking about. So hang on for a second.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Do you want anything?
Good afternoon, Tom Martino.
Uh-oh,
It's
Tom is
wonderful.
back.
It makes all the difference in the world.
Right, Kelly. I envy that last caller. He sounds like everybody's abandoned him and he wants them around. I try to get rid of people and they won't leave me alone. It's the damnedest.
All right.
Okay.
So you're flying out Wednesday night. You're crazy.
Thank you.
We've done it before. Stephanie and I.
Right.
And really, you're right. People are usually though that late at night, or if you go at night, it's not that bad the night before. We've also flown Thanksgiving.
We're got family like that, so we changed it. So, yeah. I flew out to Texas like in the middle of October. The security line was out, literally out the door, to the outside. It was so long. It's like,
Don't you have clear? Do you have clear or TSA?
no, we don't travel a lot.
What did Bob stand for in that band? Bruno Mars and Bob. What did Bob stand for? Bobby.
Bob.
BOB is an acronym that primarily stands for Bombs Over. No, I know that. Bobby Ray Simmons, or he called himself Bob.
Okay, I got it. Where's my? I used to have Discord. Where the hell did it go?
Oh, they shut a lot of that down because of adult content. Was that what you were doing, Tom?
What's that? Oh,
They had to shut. They shut a lot of their channels down because of unauthorized, not safe for work content.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Can't tell you how many 404s I've got. Yeah, ding dang it. Oh man, they were just here. Why are they gone? Shoot.
What does he mean he can't fight the Discord crowd? What the hell does he mean?
You're up.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Okay, Rich, what is the scam you're calling about? Hello, Rich. Welcome to the show. What's going on, man?
Hey, how are you?
Good. What's going on, Rich?
Okay, well, I'm an artist, and I'm an artist, and I have paintings for sale on my account, on my Facebook, and somebody wants to buy one for $950, and they said they could do it through Zelle. So they said they sent the $950 to Zelle, and for me to look for it, get an email, and then they said check my spam account. Check my spam account, and there's an email from Zelle@Zelle.com. And what the scam is they're saying I don't have a business account, so I need to become a grantor.
Right.
And put $500 into this account, and then my Zelle account will be credited with $1,450, and everything will be just fine. Well, that's what that is.
Well, yeah, but Rich, the way you get around that is that you personally open a Zelle account at your bank.
Oh, Tom, I have a Zelle account. I gave him the number, and it never went through.
Okay,
then
got it.
Smart enough to. Yeah, I can give you the number of what they told me to call if I. It says, let me see. Let me put my glasses on.
Give us the number. I want one of my YouTube morons to call. That would be great.
Yeah, it says, what am I supposed to do? For further questions, call. And it's 1-409. 352. Yeah.
35 what?
2. 27772.
Wait. Okay, got it. Okay, so it's 409-352-2772. And they said to call this.
No. Wait, it's 277. No, I'm sorry. It's 7772.
Okay, God almighty. Okay, let me do that again. It's 409-352-7772.
Correct.
Okay, so they told you to call that number when?
When I went, so I knew what to do, and they technically want me to put $500 somewhere. I don't know where.
Why don't you call that number?
Because I thought it was a scam. I called my bank.
It probably is a scam.
Yeah.
There are so many. You know what?
Yeah.
There are more scams than there are legit things on. Facebook Marketplace should be called Facebook Scams.
Yeah, right.
I have heard,
this isn't even Facebook
honest to
Marketplace.
God, I have heard of so many people doing Facebook Marketplace and getting ripped off. In fact, how does anyone, I want to know this because someone asked me this the other day. My son asked me, how does he sell something and make sure he's going to get paid? And I told him, you know what, son, I don't know. I swear to God, I don't know. He has literally some cards, Pokemon cards, worth $5,000. No, they were graded by these professional organizations, and they're in packages and everything. And he said, how do I sell it? And I said, I don't know. But I'll bet you what. He said, do I go on Facebook Marketplace? I said, if you do, you know exactly what's going to happen. Somebody's going to scam them. But how, even if they're not a scammer, when do you send it and when do you get payment? How do you do it? I want to know how people sell things because what's the normal way in eBay? Do you send the money first and then they send you the stuff and then you go by their ratings? I'm asking because I truly don't know the best way to do it. So let's talk about that coming back. How would you do it, D? Would you send money before you got product?
No, I don't buy anything on eBay except from established vendors where I pay with a credit card. But if I were to sell something, I would ask for a U.S. postal money order.
All right, we got more coming up. Let's talk about that and more.
Yep.
I I truly don't know how not to get ripped off. I mean,
postal money order.
Okay, but what I'm saying is a postal money order you asked for, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. But when do you send your stuff? After you get the money order?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then they have to trust you.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, somebody's got to trust somebody.
Somebody's got to take the risk.
I like the credit card thing. Tommy sent me this. God, this guy's, and he really wants to get paid. He must be hurting for that. I mean, really, because during that, if I was going through a process of 7 weeks getting a permit, wouldn't you be doing work in
Hey,
between?
Johnny, it's Bo from the Troubleshooter
In that
Show.
part, I don't understand.
I would have a written
Yeah, I
contract.
called. I think his name was Bill at the front desk. He seemed like he wasn't the owner, but I talked to him at length, but he
So
assured
tell me,
that
what
they were
is
going to have
what
hot
is
water
Deputy
on
Chopper all
hotel
upset about?
tomorrow afternoon. So he also said you guys have not, the hot water's been off for only 3 days.
This might be interesting.
Okay, my Facebook morons. Why is Chopper? Why does he have his panties in a knot?
Information on the water heater, whether it's a boiler or sidearm.
I got Bo talking
Sounds
over
like
me.
you are waiting for.
Oh,
Hey, Bo.
He doesn't have his headphones on. He's talking over you. I thought he was talking
We
to
should
you,
make
so
it a rule
We've tried.
that you have to have your goddamn headphones on if you're going to talk through the microphone.
Listen, don't be a jerk. He has his phone in one hand. He can't open the door to leave. Thank you. Ableist. Well, no, he's not talking. No, I don't think he was talking to you. He was saying he was picking up the conversation.
All right, not to worry about Chopper. Is he gone? Did he sign off or? Here's the thing. If you're going to dish it out, you got to be able to take it. That's the rule.
Well, unless you kill the other person, then what are they going to do?
If you dish it out.
No, he was saying he could hear you talking, so Kelly gave you the wrong message as opposed to put on your headset. It would get out of the room. Love you.
Who's on the board?
Hold on.
Me still, why?
No, good. I'm just wondering.
Same here. Well, Dragon's on vacation, but he came in to fill in for Susie Wargen earlier.
What?
What part did you miss? Did I use some word that was too big?
Susie Wargen filling in where?
Wherever she works normally. I think she's on the Fox. So Dragon is off from up here, but he was filling in for Wargen, and he came in and bugged me during the end of the last hour, and I missed your cue to break.
You know, some days the YouTube morons are incredibly mean, and on other days they're happy. What? It's like a collective consciousness.
But you do live for the validation, so you can't take that away from them.
Mm.
It's dopamine, right? Not endorphins, dopamine. Getting likes and stuff. I'm fine without it. It's a little like pets. I've explained to you my pet deal, right? What's your name, Kelly?
Oh, are you talking to me?
I know you're engrossed in your oversized book. Is it because it's large print, or is it a big story?
You know, we've been really good on that mac and cheese you just ate. Some
Little
prosciutto
above.
sprinkled
Column A,
on top.
column B.
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
And some sun-dried tomatoes.
I don't mean to distract
Yeah,
you.
she really made it for our kids, so they're not going to take all that stuff. But
You? Are you a leftover?
Yeah.
No,
Prosciutto and sun-dried tomatoes?
Yeah.
Dude,
I was
you know how
talking
good that
about
would be?
YouTube and how it's
You know what I love? I love chef salad.
because he needs
Yeah.
to adjust.
Oh, yeah, those are good.
Remember the Italian salad I made? It
Well,
had
then
the
I said,
egg, it
it's
had
a
all the
little like
Italian
me and my
meats
pet deal. I don't need
yeah,
likes
so
and
next
stuff.
week, after Thanksgiving,
Oh,
let's go
God.
one day,
I don't need
maybe not
unconditional
Friday for
love.
lunch. We'll have,
There
I'll
are
bring
a
the
lot
Italian
of
meats
people
again.
obsessed.
Dan, I put like 4 kinds of Italian meats in there.
Die.
Prosciutto, the salami, the sapressata, the, gosh, what is the, more of that. I put all that in there.
Occasionally, if I post something, a few likes.
3
are
kinds
nice,
of
but I don't
cheese, hard-boiled egg,
try not to.
and of course arugula,
Mm-hmm.
tomato, drenched it in the best olive oil money can buy. Best
Yum.
olive oil money can buy. Drenched
When you bringing that over to?
Where do you
Oh, I made it myself.
What?
I bought all the ingredients and put them.
like the
Somebody talking to me? You talking to me?
We're talking to you, Tommy.
You talking to me?
Oh, is that Bo back in there? Bo back.
I'm back in, so now
It's like
I got in trouble. I got in trouble twice today.
No one told me what they're thankful for.
it's like
Come on.
yuppies. I would pay 100 if they raised the
What?
price to 100.
Come on, YouTube morons.
I mean, I'll bitch.
What are you thankful for?
I drink it out of a shot glass.
Oh my God.
It is that good. It tastes,
I'm thankful for Dimitri's low carb menu techniques.
It tastes the way fresh cut grass smells.
Ew.
Oh, it is so good. And on a salad, it's got that peppery.
Ew.
The oil has that very peppery, grassy kind of a flavor. It's perfect. It's a perfect combination of those salty Italian meats.
Sounds good.
Who's calling me a geezer?
If I know next time, if I know ahead that you're gonna be here,
There we
I
go.
don't usually know that.
I'm not a
Show
geezer.
up. I'll bring something.
Ripped off, bad news.
I love it.
You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, and I thank you for everything. That's what I thank you for, being part of this show. And it's the time of Thanksgiving, so what are you thankful for? Well, obviously, I'm thankful for beating cancer. And I say that, well, it's a little weird to say that because, you know, I didn't really beat it. I mean, it was beaten, right? And so far, right? And I say so far because, you know, you can't emphasize enough that for some reason, once you've had cancer of any kind, you got to be screened afterwards for that reoccurrence possibility. And somebody coined this phrase before me, and she had cancer, and we were talking. We were at an event, and we were talking, and she said, and I said, my first scan post treatment and surgery and all that is going to officially be December 4th. And I said, I'm scared. I'm a little nervous. She goes, it's scanxiety. Think of that, scanxiety. What a great term, right? Anyway, I'm thankful that on January 2nd, when I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, January 2nd of this year, that somehow by the grace of God, who knows, somehow it was contained and it never spread anywhere during the time I was in chemo and waiting surgery. Then I had surgery and then more chemo and then radiation. And it's always been contained and then it was removed. So I'm naturally thankful, but I'm a little afraid. And I don't even, and here's the question that I think I'll be asking the rest of my life. Why? I mean, why is it that some people get cancer and other people don't? I mean, because it's not necessarily what they're doing. It's just weird. It's weird. If anyone took care of themselves, I would be the definition of that. On what I put into my body and what I exercise, how I exercise, and bam, so can't brag about that. But it's just, I know that according to our health experts that we've had on the show all these years, we're all in a state of controlling cancer. The energy it takes to contain our cells is what wards off cancer. It's the natural killer cells and other systems we have that keep us who we are. Really, I mean that. I don't want to get too philosophical, and I will get to the phones, but in essence, our body, our collection of cells take a lot of energy to be this collection of cells. So to be me, to be you, to be Deputy Dimitri, to be Deputy Bo, to be our expert today, Dan McKenzie, it takes a lot of energy for those cells to be you. And we're in a constant balance of reproduction of these cells without over-reproduction. It's a constant balance because the default, here's what you need to know, and this is just the truth. The default mode for cells is cancer. It's the default. It's not the fault. It is the default. Any cell in your body, when left alone, becomes cancer. It replicates. It does what it's supposed to do, but it forgets where it is. So in my pancreas, on the head of my pancreas, it forgot it was supposed to play nice with the other pancreas cells. And in a liver, it sometimes forgets it's a liver cell. In a brain, it forgets it's a brain cell, and it becomes just a cell. And just a cell is what replicates, and we call cancer. They're actually the healthiest cells in our body. Anyway, I digress. I want to talk to Dee. I hate going from such a heavy subject and laying this on a caller, but Dee, this show's all about heavy and light and in between. And well, you got a question about a locksmith. Let's talk. What's going on, Dee?
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
So first, congratulations on Dancing with Ned. That's no evidence of disease.
Oh, I love that.
Survivor.
I love that, Dee. Are you a cancer survivor?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. 20 years of really aggressive cancer, which sometimes is tied to pancreatic, and it's really complex. You can't simplify this stuff. But like 20 years, and I didn't have a good prognosis. So.
Oh, I'm so happy. My God, 20 years. Can I ask you, if you had to pick something that keeps you healthy, what is it? Just before you tell me about the locksmith, what is it that keeps you healthy?
I think a lot of it is luck. The
You're
stuff
right.
I do. It's people who do all of the right habits.
Yeah.
That's just a chunk of it. But I recognize my body's metabolism, how I use chemicals. Genetic. There's some genetic chunks of this.
Okay.
And my, family history. But I think what maybe triggered this thing to grow the way it did is I was traveling and working really hard, not sleeping. There's certain things that will allow these things to kind of go.
You're absolutely right.
But
you're right.
If you have a disposition for a cancer, it's really good to know that within your family, the history, because then you can screen more. You can do some different things.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad you're doing well. And I've known one of the first people I met was a guy who'd had a very aggressive prostate or a pancreatic cancer. And he ended up he died. He died. 40 years later. So it's totally doable. It's not a death sentence.
Well, Dee,
but
thank
no
you.
Evidence of disease. You're dancing with Ned.
Dancing with Deb. I'm going to use that. And also what you said about cancer. My family, I was the first case of cancer going back generations that anyone could find at the first case. And wow. Anyway, so what's going on with locksmiths? What can we do? How can we help you?
And thanks for everything you do with advocacy and education.
Thanks,
So my adult son's busting his butt on a degree over at Auraria campus, UC Denver, and we bought a used 2012 Honda Accord, and we had one key and he didn't get to getting another key. He lost the one key, and it's somewhere between his just off-campus apartment and on campus, we think. So we need to get new keys for this car, 2 of them, and we'll have to make sure he has backup.
Right.
And I want to get a locksmith, not typical for me. And on the reviews, reading people's different comments online, there are a number of them that are ripoffs.
No, in fact, unfortunately, most of them are ripoffs. Now, what I mean by that is they give these numbers out and they make it look like they're local and they're not. And they are just what they are aggregators. So you call thinking you're calling someone in Inglewood or someone in Thornton or someone. And really what you're doing is calling this national company who sends any Tom, Dick, or Harry out to you. And not only do they not do a good job, many times they overcharge you because they know you're desperate. And then some of them are so bad, they use the information or the keys to gain entrance and to steal from you. So let's just put it this way. In all these years, we do have City Lock in Boulder. And I say, unfortunately, in Boulder, meaning, but they're still available. And it's worth the drive. It's worth the phone call to City Lock. I've known Jeff, for so many years. He'll probably tell you, but he's been on our referral list for so many years. And it's called, and his name's Jeff. He's at City Lock. And here's the number, 303-444-4407. Now,
I
faded out. Okay, let me do it again. 303-444-4407. So it's 444-4407. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, I knew to look at your referral list, but when I saw he was in Boulder, I thought, and my son's right in downtown Denver.
I know it. It's a pain in the ass.
Might not fit, but I can call. I'll call. I will call.
I have a suggestion.
It's been years. We've been unable to find, I hate to tell you this, people that measure up for the referral list. We've had that tough a time. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Bo?
Dee, you might be able to just call the Honda dealership and give them the VIN number, and they may be able to just cut the key from that.
What a great idea.
Without taking your car anywhere. They would have a record.
I will call. I will definitely call them, and I'll get a quote from them with the VIN and see what they do, because kind of reading about this, and then sometimes getting a local locksmith with that same information. I want to get 3 quotes. And the campus police, when I talked to them, they said they often refer folks to Pop a Lock, and they do a student discount. And so I want to just I'm trying to do the good consumer thing.
I looked up
I'll
online.
Get a quote from the dealer nearest.
I looked up online, and yes, VIN numbers can be used to cut keys. I did not know that they say from the mid 90s onward. But the real old ones you can't. And also, what happened?
Honda dealers?
Yeah. In fact, I included Hondas in my search, and yes. So
I think any dealer can do an authorized Honda dealership.
Go to Planet Honda. They're good people, good, honest people. Planet Honda. It says Honda keeps key codes. According to this Google search, Honda keeps key code records in a national database for anyone with a Honda from the 1990s forward. They can pull that. They want to know proof of ownership and all that. So if you gave them a registration, it has your VIN on it, you got everything you need right there. Proof of ownership. That's what they will require. And the ownership proof is your registration, which has the VIN. And from that, they can cut a key. So thanks for that suggestion, Bo. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. What are you guys thankful for? Okay, D, what are you thankful for, by the way, bro? What are you thankful for? I didn't ask you. You're sitting right here.
Just, I don't have any special insights, just all the normal stuff that one should be expected to be thankful for. My friends, my family,
your health,
my little kitties, especially my health. Yeah. And just, great friends like you and Mark and Bo and everybody else.
Deputy Dan, you're going to go see family, not Deputy Dan, the lawyer Dan McKenzie. I called him deputy, but hey, they are deputies. They're an extension of the show. They help our listeners all the time. And I do have questions for Dan. Dan, what are you happy about? What are you thankful for this week? That you're getting out of town for a few days or what?
Yeah, that's pretty good. We've got 2 kids coming home from college this Thanksgiving break, which is kind of the first time we've had 2 out. So out of 4. And everyone's doing very well, and
that's cool,
healthy and good. So yeah.
All right, now somebody wants to know how deep should you go with trustees, whatever that means. I think they mean replacement trustees. For how deep do you go?
I mean, I always recommend at least having one backup to the one that you prefer, but as many as you can get. I mean, it's you couldn't do too many. It's not an easy job, and people might not be able to do it for a variety of reasons.
We have some more texts. By the way, you can text us as well as call us. And here's the text number that I use. And it comes right to my cell phone. And I'm telling you, that means 24/7, including if you want to get a hold of my wealth management company, wave8capital.com, 747-999-5280. You can text me there, 747-999-5280. We have more right after this.
Yep.
When you give to a Salvation Army Red Kettle this holiday, you help a veteran like me get back on my feet after serving our country. Give to a Red Kettle location or online at denvermetrosalvationarmy.org. Give to a Red Kettle and give joy.
Discount Bath. I love those 2 words that go together. Discount Baths. Mark and Suze are having Discount Bath right now. Do a project for them. They love them. I love them. And I've referred them to so many people. And if I have a bath coming up, they will be the ones I call. They say you can send them a video and they'll give you a price and it'll be pretty dang close. And they mean it. The best prices ever, the best value for baths. It's that easy. DiscountBath.com, 720-979-2322. So you go online to discountbath.com, answer a couple questions, get an upload link, then go do a video with your smartphone. Hey, I want to move this vanity. I want to have a walk-in shower. I want to do this. I want to move this wall. I want to do this in the Ruffton area in the basement. Whatever. You send them the video, they send you a price. 720-979-2322, discountbath.com. Hey, this is open enrollment. Does anyone really know what the significance of that is? It's the time of year that you get to make changes in your health insurance without a major life change, which means for most of us, it's the only time we get to do this. So do it right. Don't try to pick a company on your own. I mean, come on. You need someone who is steeped in this all day long, someone who can sift through all the myriad of choices and find the best plan for you, whether it's Medicare with supplements like I have, or Advantage, or regular private health insurance on or off the exchange. 303-466-5500. Save money, save time, save hassle. Integra Insurance, 303-466-5500.
Thank you.
Yes. Boom, boom, boom.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super short. Coming soon. So Christoph is offering unlimited call, text, and data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $29.95 a month for money. Not your phone's money. Your money. This top-tier plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you'll save over 50% every month for the rest of your life. You might say, it's the deal of your lifetime. Just dial pound 250, say like Glow, option 1, call 7. Some restrictions apply. Details at your call. You know what your customers are doing right this second? The exact same thing you are, listening to me. Which, let's be honest, is kind of flattering. But my point is, ads on iHeartRadio actually get heard. In the car, at the gym, on the couch, while people are walking their dogs. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Get started. So why not make the next ad about you? Get started today. Call 844-844-iHeart or go to iHeartAdvertising.com. That's 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com. Criminal defense, DUI, or other charges. Free initial consultations. Flat rate pricing. Joseph.
You know, I think I'm going to get a one of those mobile. What do they call them? The Tesla, Elon Musk's Starlink for the helicopter. We brought one up. One of my friends had one, and we brought one in the helicopter, and it maintained Wi-Fi.
That's phenomenal.
And I'm going to do that for the YouTube. The YouTube I do now, I try to do it on cell, and I get in and out. It's not. I mean, you think about it. You're in a helicopter and you're hitting cells, and it's so. I need to get. I don't think a cell booster, Tim, is what I need because it's not so much. Well, it is the strength of signal, but don't you guys think that Starlink will work? Now, I'm thinking I would suction mount it to my skylight because I have two skylights or two, sunroofs, non-opening sunroofs in the helicopter.
And it won't cause electrical or radio interference?
Oh, no, not at all. And I just want to, I'm going to order it for sure.
Stand by.
Pretty cool.
630 KHOW.
Hello, Tom Martino here with Dan McKenzie, attorney at law, coplans.co or 833 CO Plans. And we had a question, how deep do you go when it comes to personal representatives or trustees? Well, as deep as realistic. I mean, for sure you should have a backup, right? I don't think, Dan, you even bother writing them without a backup, right? You need a backup in the trust.
You need a backup and probably have some provisions in there just saying, what if neither of these people can do it? Because you could put 5 people on that list and maybe none of them want to do it, frankly.
Do you have a backup on beneficiaries' deeds too?
For the beneficiary?
Yeah. Can you have more than one beneficiary? Can you have a succeeding beneficiary, or is that weird? What did someone want to ask something? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I had a question on the trustees, Dan. Let's say someone comes in like me and did a revocable trust, which I'm very happy that you got done for me. What if someone does not have a trustee or does not want to use a family member? Does your law firm provide, I think they call conservatorships or trustees for clients?
We don't. There are law firms that do, and there are people who that is their job. They are professional trustees or personal reps. So there are options out there for non-family members.
And of course, they must have a firm. So in other words, there's no one person you're relying on.
I mean, I've seen both. Yeah, you want to be aware if it's one person, obviously, you have the same problem. It's just not around anymore.
I'm going to Dan. I'm going to Dan, and I have a situation where I have big areas in my life. I have broadcasting. I have my aviation life, which is quite substantial because I have a hangar and some airplanes and a helicopter. Then I have Wave 8 Wealth Management, which is my financial investment company, my financial advisor company. Mm-hmm. Is it possible, and this is what I'll be talking to you about, I want to have one trustee to oversee my estate, but I want a trustee in charge of each one of those categories, because obviously Mark and Suzanne would be the best for my broadcasting because they could help my children transition that into cash or to, or for Mark to take over. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then I want one for Wave 8 Wealth Management because I have my chief operations officer who knows that company, and our clients we continue to serve our clients without interruption, but they would know what to do with my share for my children. And then I have my aviation trustee, which is my buddy I always fly with, who would take care of the aircraft, liquidating them. Is that even possible? Do you ever have multiple designations for different functions?
Sure. Yeah.
That is not unheard of.
It's
then.
not unheard. There's something called a directed trust where it's you actually have a trustee, and then sometimes we have experts like you're describing who are out there to tell the trustee, here's what to do with this particular
category. So you assign certain people to certain categories.
Correct. Yep. Yeah. You just got to be clear on
what they do.
Which bucket is which asset going into, and who's running. You want to make it clear who is responsible for handling each bucket.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's another one. Oh, no, I just asked that. This is, I can't find it right now, but I can recall it. Somebody wants to know if you have biological children, can you disinherit them? I think the answer is, of course you can, right?
The only person you really cannot disinherit in Colorado is your spouse. You have to have written permission from them to do that. So that's usually a prenup and maybe a postnup.
Otherwise, for each year they're married to you, they're entitled to 1/10, is it? Or
5%.
I'm sorry, it's 5. So at the end, so the most they can get is 10 years, which is 50%.
Correct.
So once they are at 10 years or more, and without if you don't have, or in the absence of a pre or post nup, they have 50% of your estate.
Potentially. It's a little bit more complicated because they do factor in what assets the person has, and they're trying to make sure that a very wealthy spouse is not draining a much less well-off spouse.
Really? Explain that. I'm very interested in that.
We throw everything that both of the people had into something called the augmented estate.
Okay.
This includes everything that they pass through designated beneficiary. We're trying to make sure people aren't skirting this by naming kids as beneficiaries on things. We throw it all back in this pot. And you're entitled to 50% of that if you've been married for 10 years. But then we deduct the stuff that you own by yourself, again, to make sure you got a really wealthy spouse and a less well-off spouse.
This is normally for second and third marriages then, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, it's pretty unusual in a first marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
Okay, and someone else said, can they name their parents? It would be stupid to name their parents because... unless they're anticipating predeceasing them. I mean,
people do that a lot, actually.
I heard that.
Like if they're 30 and their parents are 60, and they're thinking, okay, my parents would be good for the next 20 years, and right now I got this baby that they would take care of.
Okay. So
it does come up,
and then you name a successor to your parents. I would imagine, obviously.
Right. So but we get that they come back 10 years later, okay, my parents really wouldn't be able to handle this at this point.
And someone else says, what about someone who is named personal representative and they want nothing to do with it? You can't force anyone to do
No, they
anything.
got to accept it, but they actually have to.
And if they don't accept it, does that estate just sit there then, dumbfounded?
I mean, like I said earlier, probably somebody's like, hey, there's a house sitting there and I'm going to get the proceeds from the sale. Let's move this along. They would ask a court to appoint somebody to fill that job.
Okay, and that's our next question. Who can open a probate? And I know we said anyone, but we got to really be... this person wants to know literally who can open a probate. What do they have to show the courts? So let's answer that coming back. Who can answer? I'm just parsing it out from the facts. Listen, or the text. Listen, people, you can text me. And again, make it a little brief so I don't have to go through and parse out what you're asking for the sake of on air. If it's something longer, of course, off the air, you can send me whatever you want. Here's the text number, 747-999-5280. We have more right after this.
Yep.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. Denver's talk station. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed Human. Now, impact traffic. Guaranteed
An
Human.
accident on Federal southbound
Not kidding.
Florida
I love it.
Avenue, a major.
Do you know why?
It's a crazy move, huh?
Salem has AI newscasters
around the area. Pretty close.
That makes sense. They're real ones. Sucked for years, man. I used to call Steve Kelly and say, I don't know how you're doing it over there. But that, and there's a couple of hit country songs that are 100% AI. And so apparently we're not playing them. Yep.
Report is sponsored by Indeed.com. When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Hey, do you want the guaranteed best service at the best value at a great location? I mean, come on, SheridanAutotech.com. I've known Uncle Kevin for many, many years. I call him Uncle Kevin because he treats his customers like family. You know, I have to tell you, I take my Beamer there, okay? And the service, it would have cost me $1,800 at a dealer, okay? The service all in was less than $285 at Sheridan. If you want service level of a dealer, and they keep your records and they keep you straight, Sheridan Autotech, whether it's repair, maintenance, or electrical issues, they do it all. 303-455-7242, 455-7242.
Thank you.
How much time?
410. 410. Get out.
Mics are on. I just...
Well, that'll help. So I need to podcast, and that's what Dragon was in here laughing about.
Oh, Ross's?
Ross's people are already texting that the podcast isn't up. Yeah, I'm not going to even attempt it until after 2 p.m. Blow me. But
do you have any ideas how much email I receive at help if Martino's podcast isn't up from the day before?
Well, and I'll get to his. I could probably do Ross in an hour. It's just physically, my mechanics for doing that crap that Dragon does every day aren't as sharp. That's why I don't do it while I'm running another show.
Well, I don't blame you.
But I think I just came up with a great plan.
They want to get assets out of their name, either for asset protection or tax minimization.
Okay.
I have the battery.
And once it's out of their name,
take the laptop.
Can they
I have a short table.
Can they benefit from it during their
rest
lifetime?
over my
They can,
loins.
but they can't control it. I mean, it depends on what they're trying to achieve.
Well, who controls it?
I probably won't smoke a cigar while I have the laptop.
Irrevocable and probably have somebody else be the trustee.
foolish.
So you're appointing that trustee. Usually it's a family member, but it's like you can't
literally screw you out of stuff.
They have to be able to do that because otherwise,
well, I don't want to.
It's your stuff, right?
Listen,
So,
I already burned
that's the
myself
issue.
enough. Oh my God.
And your clothes.
That's why I'm naked. I don't burn the clothes anymore. I still have a few items that I wear that are like, why? How did I get? Oh, that's right. There's a hole in the leg. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, that's right. I have mostly healed from the times I burned myself. However, I did get one on my outside of my thigh. Oh my God. I thought it went.
See, that's a really sensitive area. It's like, So there are sensitive areas of your body that you don't and aren't aware of until something happens.
Yeah.
Like inner thighs, outer thighs.
Right here, I was shocked.
In between
Hello.
your fingers.
Ooh.
Like the webbing.
Okay, I can see that.
Under the fingernails.
Well, all
yeah,
right.
that's a bad one too.
All right. We're not talking about torture here.
No, I'm talking about taking forks out of the dishwasher.
Scrotums.
Ooh. At my family's restaurant, I peeled a lot of shrimp as a kid, and man, that used to kill me.
Yikes.
You'd miss one of those shells the wrong way, and
I got a complicated one that I got to try to summarize here. On
you know, they have something called
we will
shrimp
prepare
forks,
to be dazzled, Tom.
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
I
This
always
is like weird.
hated them as a kid because I never really liked shrimp.
I got it right here. I'll try
Here we
to
come.
figure this out. Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Wave8capital.com. That's the number 8, Wave 8 Capital. That's the website to Wave 8 Wealth Management. You can put in wave8wealthmanagement.com as well. Anyway, we are here to help you if you're interested in investing. It's my investment advisory firm. I started it as a selfish endeavor to invest my own money. I hired people to invest my own money because I was tired of the industry, because most of the industry, they do not actually invest your money. They move it to somebody who does the investing. You're with giant firms called TAMPs, Turnkey Asset Protection, and so management programs, okay? So we don't do that. We work directly with you in your portfolio. If you'd like this level of service, that doesn't mean you have to make decisions every day. We do it for you if you want us to, but we involve you in everything, and we do direct investing. So please call for, especially as we near the end of the year, call for a consultation. I'd love to talk to you. I'll show you every dime I have invested and where it's invested. That's how committed I am to being transparent. So you can call us at 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. That's 771-HELP. Or go to wave8capital.com. And thank you for listening to that, because that's a labor of love. I have a text. It's an email. My parents set up some trusts a while back. I'm going to try to parse through this because it's very long. This guy's mother passed away in 2006. He thought it was an irrevocable trust. It turns out it was revocable and should have been left to him at the time of her death. Now he wants to get the benefit of that cost basis back in 2006. Can he take it out of the revocable trust right now and get the benefit of that? Or did he lose out on that? I'm not even sure I'm asking the question properly, or he is. For example, if something is in a revocable trust and it's left to him and he never took it out, can he go back and get that cost basis that was originally intended at the day of her death? Or does it even matter? Cost basis usually matters when it comes to real estate and stuff like that, right?
Yes. So cost basis is like, how much capital gains tax are you going to have to pay if you sell that asset, and it should have.
It's a mountain property.
Okay.
It's a mountain property. Okay. So it was in a revocable trust, and it should have been doled out to him at the time of her death.
Okay.
He said they left it there all this time, and they were doing some updating of the estate and found out that he was supposed to have taken it back in 2006.
Okay.
So can he go back and get that cost basis?
Yes. I mean, the challenge will be proving what that was. Like, what was that date of death value?
And even though it wasn't taken out, they can't claim it's the cost basis of when you take it out of that.
No, I mean, that would be hugely to his benefit, actually, right? Because if he only took it out now, I'd be like,
oh, you're right. It would be to his benefit.
Yeah. So no.
Okay. So they go back to the day you should have taken it.
Yeah. And again, proving that now after all this time, you're going to have to probably hire an appraisal to do a historic appraisal. Yeah.
Whatever. I imagine most appraisers know how to go back in time, right?
I think it is a special designation among appraisers, but I'm not sure about that.
But you don't lose any of your rights because you didn't take it. Like the other family can't say too late.
Right.
Because they've been operating it as a family trust.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it was revocable during the mom's lifetime. It probably became irrevocable when she passed away. So I'm not really sure about that part. And
it was supposed to go to him at that time, but it never went to him.
Okay.
Or he never took it. Let's put it that way.
Huh.
So it's and perhaps it's a good time to really, in a very late. You remember I said I like keeping things stupid. I really do. Revocable versus irrevocable. The purpose of an irrevocable trust is to get it out of your name and out of your control.
Correct. Usually,
Go ahead.
Asset protection, because you're trying to get assets out of your name. So if you get sued or divorced or something,
They literally can't take it from you if it's in an irrevocable
trust.
Trust.
It's got to be done in a state that allows you to do that, right? So
is Colorado a state
that not?
It is not.
There are a number of states.
Wait a minute. So in Colorado, even an irrevocable trust can be broken.
Sure.
Oh.
You can put a trust anywhere you want.
But if I come to you as a client saying I want to do an irrevocable trust, you have to set it up for me in another state.
Yeah. If that's your goal, right? If there's lots of reasons people want to do irrevocable trust, but
aren't most of them for asset protection?
There's also tax. There's also tax minimization or avoidance.
Right. You want to lessen the amount of your estate.
Yeah. The most common actually is asset protection, but it's Medicaid, and you can set up a Medicaid trust in Colorado. You cannot.
Wait a minute. So you literally drain your assets and put them into an irrevocable trust, and you're eligible for Medicaid?
Yes.
That's kind of cheating the system.
Hard to do, though. You have to have. I mean, you've still got that 5-year look back period, so you got to do it way ahead of time, and you really have to.
There are people theoretically who are rich, that do it 5 years ahead of time, and when they die, they're not rich. Or not when they die. When they need a nursing home, they're not rich.
You could plausibly pull that off. I would say if you have more than a few $1 million, it's going to be a weird thing to do. But yeah.
But the law can't look at it and say no fair if you did it 5 years ahead of time.
If you did it more than 5 years ahead of time and you really gave up control and you really followed all the Medicaid rules, there's all kinds of, they're going to look at that trust and make sure that it meets all the requirements.
So other than Medicaid, what are some other irrevocable trusts you can set up in Colorado?
So people sometimes are trying to get charitable distributions out now. Sometimes people are holding assets they expect to go up a lot in value, and they're thinking, well, I want to get this out of my estate right now so that all the value accrues outside the estate.
That brings up another question I had. Someone has an irrevocable trust, someone wants to set up an irrevocable trust because they heard they can grant it to a charity, but still live off of the income? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? So I can leave $5 million in an irrevocable trust to, let's say, a cause.
Yeah.
But during my life, live off of what it earns.
You can set something up it's like a charitable annuity, right? So you could do it either way. You could say, look, the charity's going to get this annuity for this 10-year period. And then I'm going to, once that's it's out of my estate and I'm not going to get taxed on whatever's still there. You can do it the other way around and say, I'm going to get this annuity. And then ultimately the charity's going to, so I've given away this stuff now.
So it's not in your name anymore. Creditors can't get it. You can live off the income and your favorite charity gets it when you die.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. This is pretty specialized. I mean, this is, again, people
and your favorite charity, by the way, for people of faith, they can do that for their church.
Correct. Yeah, sure.
Now, is gifting a big reason for irrevocable trusts?
Yeah.
I mean gifting, meaning, supporting your charities.
Yes. And there's several ways to structure it, but again, it's like I could gift this right now and get this tax benefit right now, and then ultimately, the charity's going to get this, and I'm going to get this income in between. So there's just different ways to structure that. But it's like how, again, do you have an estate tax issue that you're trying to avoid? Not too many people do anymore.
No, because it's so much, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And life insurance can be set up to deal with taxes, right?
Yeah. And sometimes we'll put that in a special irrevocable trust just to make sure, because those benefits do count towards the taxable part of your estate. If you have a taxable
So you
estate,
keep it outside of your estate, but it's earmarked to pay for taxes for the estate.
Yeah, for beneficiaries of your estate, yeah.
So your beneficiaries get the life insurance outside of the estate.
Right.
And they get to pay the estate taxes, which is inside your estate.
Correct, yeah.
Wow.
Dan?
There's a lot you can learn.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, hold your question real quick. Just real quick. I'll come right back to you, okay? Jeff, you have a question. Let me take the caller first, Bo, and then we'll come back to you after the break. Jeff, what is your question?
What happens when a beneficiary dies before the grantor on the beneficiary deed, and nobody knows it? I mean, it's like an arm in the chain of title that's just hanging out in the wind. What happens?
Yeah. I mean, again, presumably somebody's going to be like, geez, I would be entitled to the proceeds from the sale of this house if I could get it sold, and the person who's supposed to get it isn't here anymore. Like, somebody's going to have an interest in stepping up and getting that figured out.
So does it come out of the trust at that point?
Well, he said beneficiary deed. So
I'm sorry, okay, Jeff, beneficiary deed. So it would go to the estate, and then it would go to whoever claims it, or
whoever
claims
the beneficiary of that
right.
estate is. Yeah,
whoever the beneficiary of the estate is, or the people fighting over it would split it up. That's how it would work. We got more coming right up.
Thank you.
Nothing here.
Now,
I'm sorry.
impact traffic.
An accident on Federal southbound has the road closed at Florida Avenue. A major accident. We are going to see an extended closure on this one. Watch out for potential detours around the area. Pretty calm driving throughout the Denver metro. Otherwise, I-25 north and southbound, no major complaints through town. You might see some stop and go on the 6th Avenue eastbound exit to I-25 southbound. And over on the east end through Aurora, a stalled semi I-225 in the shoulder at Alameda. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's early Black Friday deals are going fast. Get up to 50% off select major appliances, plus up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. Valid through 12/3. Selection varies by location. Select locations only while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for details.
Hey, if you want to be a landlord, but you don't know much about it, or you don't want the risks and hassles, Vestera Turnkey might be for you. What they do is help you acquire property, rentals in markets that are promising. Due to their research, they find them. And then they help you with the management of those rentals, even the collection of rents through management companies, even phone calls that might come up. They basically hold your hand and then advise you when to sell for maximum profits. If you're interested in this program or want to learn more, give them a call, VesteraTurnkey.com, 303-888-3788. 888-3788.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is where government would be great to give every American-born citizen a trust with all of the loopholes and tax breaks figured out. I don't even understand what that means. Bo, you still have your question? We might have time for it.
We can do it tomorrow. I'd take the caller.
Jeff. I think we took Jeff. We took him.
Oh, okay. I have a quick question on the insurance trust.
Okay.
A fast one.
All right, good.
Kelly doesn't kick me out.
Could you give my name, or were you going to say your name?
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm glad we volunteered. Some sort of, investment. What if that ever happens?
When are...
I see that.
Well, that's a revenue loss.
Beautiful.
So, not counting the two.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Bo, what is your question?
Dan, if someone purchases a life insurance policy to pay off the estate taxes, what kind of trust does that need to be put into once a revocable trust has already been set up?
Yeah, so you would put that in an irrevocable life insurance trust, sometimes referred to as an ILIT.
And can you earmark as to what it's being used for to make sure it is used for that?
Like the trust, yeah, any trust, you could say what it's going to be used for. Yep.
And that's separate from the revocable trust.
Separate from revocable, because generally, usually when we're using irrevocable trust planning, it's not for everything. It's for particular assets, right? You usually want some stuff that you still have control over.
And again, this is to pay taxes for
death taxes.
Yeah, without it counting as part of the estate and increasing the taxes, right?
If you're going to have more than 16 million, do it. That's when you start kicking in those. And by the way, Dan, when he's not here, he's at coplans.co. It's a wonderful website, by the way, and 833 CO Plans. So he's very easy to get a hold of. He's a local firm. They sound kind of nationally, but it's a local firm, and he handles people from Colorado. Are you licensed in other states around Colorado?
No.
No? Okay, so Colorado Plans. So it's coplans.co or 833 CO Plans. We got a whole week ahead of us, folks, and a lot to talk about, so stay tuned, and we're going to have some best ofs during the holiday. Don't forget to call 303-MARTINO at any time, 24/7 for help. That's 303-627-8466. That's 303-MARTINO. Save all your problems for us.
Thank you, brother. Have a good one.